Netball League Senior Grand Final between Macedon and Rupertswood. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to acknowledge and recognise the traditional custodians of the land or Wurundjeri people and pay our respects to their elders, both past and present. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are in for a classic. The two best teams of the 2017 season square off today's on-time delivery solution Senior Grand Final. Battle of the heavyweights, two champion sides go at it. Speaking personally, it's going to be a privilege to watch this game. In one corner, we have the Rupertswood Football Club playing off in their first Senior Grand Final to join the RDFNL in season 2013. The club has made finals each season since that time, and with victories over both of last year's Grand Finals in the past 2 weeks, they'll be confident in claiming their maiden Regional District Football Netball League Premiership flag today. In the other corner, the Macedon Football Netball Club plays off in its first Senior Grand Final since 1978 and is looking for its first premiership since 1976. Finished the season as minor premiers, dropping just 2 games all season and not having taken defeat since mid-July. But the Macedon faithful in attendance today will be hoping that winning streak extends by 1 more game. I'm pleased to announce the umpires of today's on-time delivery solution Senior Grand Final. In the field are Joel Wood, Brendan Taylor and Billy Mitchell. On the boundary line, David Edwards, Bailey Marshall, Jordan Acorn and Braden Howard, and our goal umpires Paul O'Connor and David Hilly. Before the toss of the coin, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the President of the Riddle District Football Netball League. Say a few words, Mr. Alan Ollie Matthews.
Thanks, Sean. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Romsey Park for our showcase game, the Grand Final 2017. Congratulations to Macedon and Rupertswood for making the Grand Final. They finished first and second on the ladder at the end of the home and away season. And so we've got the best 2 teams putting on an exhibition of football in our Grand Final today. So all the best to both teams. Congratulations to the umpires. And I'd like to introduce Walter Scrimlin to do the toss of the coin with the 2 captains. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter Scrimlin from On-Time Delivery Solutions.
Please welcome the 2 captains, Jake Wright from Macedon and Brent Swallow from Rupertswood. On the toss, Macedon kick to the McIntyre end at Romsey Park in the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem?
Amazing recovery, but we're ready to go.
If he's as tough as his old man, he'll be coming off the ground.
Yes, umpire holds the ball aloft. You're with Yeendy, Gav, Paul and Tom for the 2017 Senior Grand Final Riddle District Footy. The ball is bounced and up goes Putty, gets his first touch, brings it to ground in the middle, and we're going to have a secondary ball up straight away.
Lockie Muir straight at the bottom of the pack.
Absolutely, still some shove here.
I love it.
Christensen.
The nerves are going.
Musket with Cook.
The ball goes up. Putty gets it down to McConnell. Head over the ball as always. Swallow's going to be the first there for the Sharks. He's tackled Summerfield, holding the ball. That's what he does.
That's a good tone for the Cats because that's a terrific.
And the ball has to be brought back.
Jeez, I thought they were going to put
Cook
Cookie in his
was
backside then. I would
have.
The two number 9s are going head to head.
There's a shank by Summerfield towards half forward. Big fist over the top by Halliwell. Paul's man. Sultana gets a hand pass out to Canolo. His little scrubber of a kick towards Muir. Podolzak. He got driven into the ground. Morris. Nearly a free kick, but not paid, and it's going to be a ball up right on centre wing, neutral territory, and we've gone 1 minute into the grand final.
As we'd expect, she's as physical as it can be, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
Rucks go at it again. It's Waters and Putt wins it down. Christensen just swoops, picks it up. Left foot kick down towards centre half forward. Here comes the Flyers. Kilmartin over the back. Can't take the mark. Handball out towards Mills. He can't pick it up. Connell comes in low. Chambers does well. Forces the ball out wide. Cicero trying to get the ball forward as Clough gets over the top of it. Players dive in. It's still the push and shove goes.
Chambers in there.
Chambers and McConnell getting into it at the moment. As the Rucks will go at it again. Up they go. It's Waters and Putt. No one goes near it. McConnell feeds the handball to Markworth. Over the top towards Clough. Clough a little slow to turn and go back. Cicero in there tries to force it forward. Summerfield just tries to barge his way through. Mills lays a tackle over the top. We'll have a bounce 50 metres out from the Cats' goal.
Yeah, interesting watching Tommy Waters work here. He's actually trying to keep Putt away from the actual tap by pushing him underneath the footy like that. Right. Yes, he's holding him off, and that's normally Putty's strength.
Comes out the back now. It's centre half forward for the Cats. It's Muir who picks it up. He went without it. Spills out towards Swallow. He's had a few touches early. Comes out towards Christensen on the left. Goes towards goal.
Bang,
it's the first of the grand final for Aaron Christensen. And what a start for the Cats.
And he's a left footer, and that was about 55 out and kicked that. That is the opening they wanted. A real confidence booster for him. A couple of early fumbles. They're all trying to get into Putty. Boys,
you're
belting out of your league here. He's a bit too big for all of us. But
Aaron Christensen.
I don't mind that though from the Cats. It's if you're going to go after someone, go after the biggest bloke on the ground.
That's right. 1 straight 6 the Cats. Rupo yet to score. And we've gone 2.5 minutes into the grand final.
Yeah, it's hard for Rupo to shut all these runners down. We said that early in the day.
Right.
Free up Christensen like that. He's left foot is a lot.
And he's had it a couple of times early. The Rucks go at it. Waters wins this one easily. Summerfield taps it back towards Aidan Muir. Ball just spills out wide. Swallow over the top. McConnell just crunched him. It's going to be a free kick. Swallow out of the middle of Romsey Park. Bright yellow boots. He's going to be hard to miss today. Kicks inside forward 50, looking for Podolzak. Over the back, Cannon. Can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Matty Dick overruns it. Waters just shovels it out. He's got no support there though. Todd Podolzak turns, right foot kick. Top of the square, looking for a teammate. Spoiled. As the players dive in again, Cannon forces the handball out. Players just wrapped up quickly. Morris, great tackle. And we'll have a bounce 40 metres out from the
that's what the Sharks are going to do. They've got us put manic pressure on it to hold it in their forward 50. That's their way they're going to get their goals.
And we're about 30 out from the Sharks' goal. Their first look at it. And it comes out towards Todd Podolzak. Hand passes back. They're working back towards Canolo. He tackles Christensen. Gets a little dinky kick away towards the half back line where Cook's waiting. He was dragged out of it, but no free kick paid. James got the hand pass back to Canolo. Centers has a good kick. He finds Caldone. He turns. He goes across 50. Drives it towards goal. It's starting right, fading right.
Podolzak,
and it's Podolzak sees it over the boundary line for a throw in.
Interesting in the Cats forward line. Matt Knox is playing one out with Nash Egan. Nash Egan, probably one of the best defensive players in the competition, and for Knox, he's just got to get it laced out on the chest to be a chance.
Because he's too fast for Noxie. If the ball hits the ground, he'll just run off Noxie.
As Lockie Muir gets it off the bounce, goes out to Cannon. He's wrapped up quickly. Ball spills out wide. Players diving on top of it. Tegan Henderson lays a tackle for the Cats. We'll have a bounce 40 metres out from the Sharks' goal.
Macedon 1 straight 6. Rupo yet to score. 4.5 minutes on the Melton Toyota Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard, and also thanks to Blooming Produce with this fantastic truck.
Already 6 stoppages in the first 4.5 minutes of play.
So the ball's thrown up, 40 out from the Sharks' goal, far side under the scoreboard. Big pack of players dives on top of this. It's a scrap early on in this grand final. Hand pass comes out now. Can they get away, the Cats? They do. It's Clough, I think, on the outer side. Couldn't get it cleanly. He's beset upon by several Sharks. Here they go through Sultana. Comes up towards Putt. Hand passes out wider still. Little chiselling ball, but it's intercepted by the big man Tom Waters, and they'll reload. It's a dangerous kick coming through hard. Was that Cicero on the outer side? Punches it in towards Muir. He's stripped of it, and it's a free kick to the Cats, and they're going to bring it out on the near side.
Christensen looks out wide. He's looking for a target out here in Clough. He's in front of Chambers. He just dances around. Chambers feeds a handball to Mills over the top. Mills right foot kick inside 50. That could have been downfield. Isn't. Kilmartin comes up at the foot. He can't get it. Halliwell does well. Steps around the opponent. Right foot kick towards the middle of the ground. Summerfield parked underneath it. Ball hits the deck. Swallow over the top of the football. Steps around. Right foot kick. Scrubber towards the wing. Cannon comes up. Can't take it. Over the back. Feeton just took his eyes off the football. Went after Christensen, who knocks it out. Rocky Muir all class. One hand pick up. Down towards half forward. Players will fly. Henderson.
Oh, good mark.
No, that's Burgess picking that one off. He squares it up, switches play. He finds Al Collins, who will look up the field now. Harrison looking to burst off half back. He's got it. Ducks it under the arm. One bounce. He runs to the 50. Left foot kick. Low scrubber towards Nipper right. Inside forward 50. Turns. Right foot kick into the centre of the ground. Mark taken by Chris Kilmartin. 49 metres out from goal.
Good awareness there from Wright. He saw the pressure coming. He quickly got that right foot kick away to find Kilmartin in space.
They're scrappy with their disposal, Rupo, at the moment. That's the pressure that Macedon are putting on them.
Yeah, they've started well, the Cats, and he's going back as if he's going to slot this one.
They've just got to settle a little bit here, Rupo, and get themselves some easy possessions early on to get some confidence and some run going.
Kilmartin from just outside 50. It's a long kick. Close, but just misses to the left-hand side. One behind.
Now, Rupo have got to be quick here. They've got to get this ball out of defence as quickly as they possibly can. The Cats are set up all up the middle. They're filling up the middle, so they're going to have to go wide.
Yeah, they're going out towards their tall timber in Putt and Muir. Coming over the top was Muir, got it to ground. Canolo went without it, but came out further still to and it's holding the ball, going the way of the Cats. So they started well. It's Harrison. He goes inboard. He finds McConnell. He's got a bit of time and space, but he's smothered. That's a good work there by Agnello. It comes out now to Feeton. Goes on the left, up towards full forward, and the mark's taken. Podolzak, Todd, and he's 40 out directly in front.
You talk about Macedon pressure. They've got 3 free kicks today, all from holding the ball decisions.
Yeah, just a poor turnover in the middle of the ground there by McConnell, though.
It's a bit uncharacteristic too. He's usually pretty...
Yeah, but what they're trying to do is move the ball quickly. So they're taking 2 or 3 steps back off the mark and to move it on. It's a risk reward. I mean, it's high risk, but when it works off, it's a great reward for them.
Podolzak comes in, right foot kick is on its way. It is fading late, and it's across the face, one behind.
Yeah, we're a bit lazy then, the Rupo boys, because when he took that mark, no one pushed down further to give him another option. They needed to do that. I mean, you're 40 out, kicking into a fair breeze. They need to work a bit hard and give him an option.
8.5 minutes gone first quarter. Macedon 1-1-7. Rupertswood one behind on the Macedon Rangers glass belt Toyota scoreboard.
Romsey winning the A-grade netball by 16 goals.
So very good there, and it's Markworth who takes it out on half back right, and he's just waiting for some options to present. He goes long up the line towards Knox and Co. Sitting under it. Kilmartin's there as well, couldn't get it. They're tracking it back now. Is Hetherington. That's the first time we've called his name, I think. He's gone inboard and found Chambers. So they're their big guns that need to get involved. So Chambers,
2 touches, Hetherington only 1.
Yes, so thanks for that, Yanni. We'll keep track of that closely. Chambers goes up the wing. Oh, big fist over the top by Markworth. It was effective, so it comes out towards Fisher. He's got Agnello on his tail, and Agnello does well to hold it up. It's centre half forward for the Cats, and they lead by 1 straight kick here, the Cats, and we've gone 9 minutes into the first.
It's just not clean footy for the Sharks at the moment. They're under enormous pressure, and they just can't get the ball out of this defence area.
Waters just bags it forward, goes towards Mills. He tries to scrubber a kick forward. He's under immense tackle pressure there. They're going to wrap it up, centre forward. Bounce for the Cats, attacking into the ground.
Well, Putt's hamstring must be all right because they've got him in the middle of the ground, so he'll be running at 100%.
Part wins that one down, but it goes straight to Knox. Inside forward 50 through Kilmartin's hands, and it'll dribble through for a behind to Matty Knox. And the Cats move on to 1-2-8. Rupertswood one behind.
I like this V setup that they got in their zone going near the Cats. It really does stop the Sharks getting out.
It's forcing him wide, and Waters just picks that off. He runs and goes.
On.
Part with the tackle, the chase down tackle. He's done very well. He's on the outer side. He'll take the free kick.
Tommy's going to try and run the legs off doing putt today, and he has to as the key mobile ruckman.
Yeah, great work by Putt to chase him down on that occasion. He goes out wide, out towards centre wing. There's a lot of Cats there, and they do take the mark on the far side. Hand pass off to Collins. He brings it inboard towards Henderson. Back in the side for the grand final. He's right in the middle of Romsey Park. Kicks it high and long, looking for Markworth. He goes back further still towards right. Couldn't grab it. Now Markworth, a right foot snap around the corner. Oh, he's hit the post.
She's a talented
Oh,
player.
wow, that would have been a goal of the day contender, Markworth, but he's hit the woodwork.
What did he go in the draft? 14 or something? It was low, mid-teens, was it?
Just had lots of injuries.
Yeah.
Kick comes out, finds Cicero. Plays on quickly, left foot kick into the middle of Romsey Park.
kick.
Great kick. Finds Sultana. Sultana will hold up now. Trying to find a target. They're a little bit stagnant through the middle of the ground.
Flat-footed.
Sultana goes long down the line. Barnett comes over the top. Gets the spoil, but the ball spills out the back. Aidan Muir does well. Soccer's off the ground. Inside forward 50. Follows up. Gets his
good
work back.
tackle.
Great tackle there from Smedley. Featon tries to take the tacklers on.
the
He's
ball.
gone. Holding the ball.
Gee,
Free
they're
kick.
red hot, the umpires today, but they're accurate with their decisions.
That's the fifth holding ball decision in 11 and a half minutes of play.
And that just shows how much pressure Macedon and how hard the Cats are prepared to work at the moment.
Henderson with the free kick. Back pocket. Kicks down the line. Players will fly over the top. Kilmartin comes up at the football. Beautiful mark on the chest in front of his opponent in Halliwell. And he will set up.
Matty Dick didn't start on the ground. He's just coming on the ground now.
No, he did start. He's already been off.
They're high rotating.
Yeah, they are.
do
They
it.
like
Kick down towards half forward. Cook and Musket.
good fists there.
Good fist from Musket, and he tries to get stuck into Cook.
And swallows
Bit of
into
push and
Summerfield
shove.
here
We
as
said
well.
the whole time that the Sharks need to use their hands and carry the ball using their hands because they're not as good with their feet as what the Cats are. And we haven't seen them yet actually give a handball off and run and carry.
That's right. Needed the overlap run. No rucks went at it there. There was a bit of a poor throw in. Hetherington got the crumbs. He takes a bounce in the middle of the ground. Dodges one. Oh, he's
there
in
we
a
go.
bit of trouble. Had to lay it off. Now they're going through the forward line up towards full forward. Featon's waiting. The ball's going to bounce. Featon got boot to it. He got through for a goal.
Oh, it's on here.
Yeah, and
It is going to be well and truly.
Yeah, oh, they're throwing him into
It's
the
going
behind
to be
post.
vicious here, to be honest.
There might be another free kick
Like I
here.
say, there could be another free kick
wow,
in
they
the
come
goal
from
square.
everywhere.
And they're punching
there-
on and
there is a big blue here. The post is shaking. People getting thrown into it. But Featon got the goal, which is the important thing.
that's nearly another kick in the square after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's
He gave him a bit of treatment after he kicked
Yeah.
the goal, there's no doubt.
I wouldn't have been surprised if they gave him another shot at goal, but I don't
the
think it's
umpires
going to
will do.
happen.
No, they're bringing it back to the
Ball's
middle.
back in the middle. So Featon got the goal.
just thrown up straight away.
He showed a good turn of foot there to get it. 13 minutes gone. Rupo, their first goal, 1-1-7.
You ducked
So
your head,
Macedon
son.
won
Oh,
3
that's
goals.
not a
his head
free
was
kick.
over the footy, so it's a fair call. Christensen
I
in the middle of
disagree
Romsey
strongly.
Park gets the mark, gets the free kick out towards half forward, looking for Kilmartin. Coming up at the football, can't take the ball cleanly. Nash Egan comes across, taps the ball out. Mills is in there, putting pressure on, locking the football up, and we'll have a bounce 55 metres out
He's a
from
really
the goal.
important player from Jack Mills today because his pressure across half forward and holding that ball in, he's going to play a vital role for these Cats going to win this one.
Rucks go at it again. Nobody contests again. Putt wins the quick kick out. Goes out towards half forward. Sharks are getting some runners now. Ball goes down towards half forward. Burgess is wrapped up quickly. He gets a handball away, but it's all Sharks. Cannon goes over the top towards Sultana. He's buzzing around that half forward line as the tackle pressure comes in, and we'll have a bounce between wing and half forward.
Just
Sharks attacking end.
With that Featon contact, if it was after the kick had taken place, then it would have gone for a free kick again. But obviously, there was remonstration done there by Rupertswood, which would have cancelled it out. Therefore, there was nothing in it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good call, Yendi, our expert umpire interpreter.
Bloody umpires.
So I'm going to have a secondary ball up on that far side between wing and half forward. Macedon 2 points to the good of the Sharks, and we've gone 14 and a half minutes into the first quarter, and I think it's going to be another ball up.
The Sharks would be happy with this. I mean, it's about a 2 or 3 goal breeze, and they're only 2 points down. We're
That's
halfway
right.
through the quarter, so I mean, it's a good result for them at the moment. But they do need to settle and start using their hands and try and open
So
this
it's
up
going
a
to be
bit.
locked up again.
12 stoppages.
12 stoppages so far. There's a lot of pressure around the football. Rucks go at it. Putts dominated the ruck so far. Waters wins this one though. Gets it down towards half forward. Mills comes up at the football. Picks it up cleanly. Handballs back to Harrison. He steps around with a handball inboard. Just trying to link up now the Cats. Almost just turned it over. Canolo's in there. Putting pressure on handballs to Swallow. He's wrapped up. He's gone. Free kick. Cats.
Yeah, the umpire loves that too.
Cookie's first disposal too for the
Trying
game.
to milk a 50. Good boy, Cookie. It's the way we do it.
That's how you get a medal.
He plays on quickly, finds Al Collins. Is that, no, it's not, it's Casey Summerfield. He's got the football now, wheels onto the right boot.
Bang.
Long inside, forward 50, one-on-one.
Oh, big
right
shove in the back. He's got it
Nipper
too.
right will get the shot on goal.
Yeah, I love this, right. That was a clear shove too. Didn't hide it well at all. Just panicked. And Nipper right, this should be bread and butter from
I'll
here.
tell you what, with the way this truck's bouncing around, I'm glad we didn't have the marquee. That wind's really picking up out there.
It's just us bouncing around, having a good time.
Yeah,
enjoying
we're just that
grand final
excited about
I think that's what it is actually.
the
We're getting
grand final.
excited.
Nipper right coming in.
There's
Big
Putty coming
important
off. I hope
kick
that's
for
a
the
rotation.
captain on its way. He has missed
Well,
badly.
missed it, yeah.
On the full, he's put
Everything.
it straight across the face. 16 minutes gone, opening quarter, Macedon 1-3. 9, Rupertswood 1-1-7.
An interesting rotation. Putty's come off and Tommy Waters has come on by himself.
Yeah,
So-
Muir's going to have to do the ruck work against him for next
But
few
Muir
minutes.
can run with him. That's the thing. Muir's
That's
got
right.
the petrol tank to go.
Yeah, ball comes out to that man Waters. He just dumps it over the line for a throw in. 60 metres out from the Cats' goal. 16 and a half minutes gone. Macedon lead by 2
And
points.
the umpire with the best hairstyle in umpire.
Oh, that is a very, very tight
Shocking, Billy.
and precise man bun.
That's dangerous.
As the ball was thrown in. Tap down, Markworth just read that perfectly. Like a book, he hooks it back towards full forward. Mark not taken by Fisher. He's under a bit of pressure, he's got to get the boundary line, he does. And we'll have a throw in.
What
20
you
out.
like about young Fisher though, he's a really young kid and he's prepared to present to the contest. Like he's not afraid to work hard to hold. That's the type of area he can get
Yep,
smashed.
that's right.
And he's more than brave to do
He
that.
is. They throw themselves in, that's for sure. The ball's to be thrown in 20 metres out from the Cats' goal. Can they get another one here? Big fist by Muir, it's gone straight back out. It came off bodies and bounced out.
To be really honest with you, they actually do need another goal
Yeah.
just to sort of say, well, we've had the win, we've made the most of it at the moment. Well, we've played 17 minutes into the first quarter. They're only 2 points up with 1 goal.
Massive crowd out here at Romsey Park. Rucks go at it, Knox tries to win it down. Caldone's
tackle.
wrapped up by
Great
Markworth,
tackle.
and we'll have another bounce.
We've called Markworth names a few times this quarter.
We have.
5 touches, Hetherington 2.
17 and a
Hetherington's been
half
quiet.
minutes.
Matty Dick's name we haven't called much.
Rucks go at it, Knox wins it down, Markworth just taps it forward. Ball over the back, Harrison just throws his body in. Ball spills out the back again.
Well
Aidan
done.
Muir does beautifully. Gets a kick up towards centre half forward for the Cats. There's 2-on-1. Burgess trying to feed the ball out, a little bit sloppy. Well done, Smedley. Got rid of his opponent. Tried to feed to Clough. Agnello feeds over the top to Canolo. Here goes some excitement. One bounce. Runs to half forward. Right foot kick inside forward 50. Looking for Puddlezak. Overshot it a little bit. 2-on-1. Well done there from the Cats. They just get a clearance out.
Oh,
They
he's
find
getting-
Christensen. He feeds back to Barnett, who's got plenty of time despite the fumble. Feeds it up to Christensen. He just runs and carries. Left foot kick towards the wing. Summerfield well protected there by Fisher, but he drops what he should have taken. Doyle gets his head over the football in the back.
driven in the back.
Clearly in the back. Free kick to Doyle.
Yeah, it was a bit of a fumble by Brady Chambers that caused that play to go on there. He should have taken that, Brett.
There is Doyle, takes it right in front of our truck here. The free kick. 50. Can't Shepherd on the mark, so I think he's going to take his kick again. So, yeah, he can't be doing that. I think it might have been McConnell, was it?
He's going to have a terrific future in football, this kid.
Yeah, he's a likely type, that's for sure. He
He's
goes in
16
hard.
years old, is that?
15 in the
15?
record.
Yeah.
So that is.
This will be good for Rupertswood at the 19-minute mark of the term.
Absolutely, they'll be pleased with this.
Yes, so yeah, we have gone 19 minutes, 2 points. The Cats, can they extend it? They probably feel like they deserve it. They kick up long in towards the 50. Big pack flies. No one takes it. It's Cicero, first man back. He goes across the face of goal. Gets it out wide to Hetherington. His third touch. Kicks out wide. Out to the pocket. This looks a bit better from the Sharks. Brings it in. Chiseling ball to Morris. Takes it, hand passes off. Oh, they've
pressure.
turned it over. The pressure of the Cats wins out. Walk on the left. Up towards full forward. It's a poor kick. And
sharks down there.
Yeah, there's lots of sharks swarming, and they found Halliwell, Paul's man.
A school of sharks.
The school of sharks, yes.
Oh, he's turned it over.
Collins has got it 40 out. He lines up for goal, but it's to the right of the stick.
Oh, they mucked that up. They
Oh,
had numbers and
boy.
everything, just a poor school. And that's what we were saying before. They're not as good by foot as what the Cats are. They got to start using their hand. They had the numbers then to protect the ball carrier and be able to run it out of defence. And
they were
they've
looking
got to
good.
start doing it.
They look good on that outer side, then they just turned it over.
Yep.
Chambers brings the ball back in, long kick out towards half-back, Waters flies, ball hits the deck, players will just dive on top of this one again. The Sharks get a bit of a break, ball pops out the back, Lockie Muir puts his head over it, feeds the ball out wide as towards Canolo, he kicks down the wing and it's out in the full, free kick to the Cats. Centre wing.
Enormous pressure both sides put in, and that's why the turnover in skills is, plus it's a grand final and there's a lot of nerves out there as well.
We're into time on in this first quarter, 1-4-10 Macedon, 1-1-7 to the Sharks. Ball inside forward 50, cleaned up by Chambers. He goes into the middle of the ground,
He's had a
turns it
few
over.
errors early, Chambers.
This
Henry
boy has
was
had
out here by himself.
He has had a truckload of it,
He
Christensen early, and he goes to Matty Knox, and of course we know Matty Knox
He
Yeah,
can
can
kick
kick this from here.
Yep, absolutely.
It's within
He's
range.
Outside 50, but he's got a bit of a wind behind him.
He's got a bit of the Kaufman about him with that long kick. He's
I've seen
got
him
the
kick
ability
10
to
at
do it.
Gisborne one day, and most of them are outside 50. The kid's a terrific footballer. It takes after his old man Huey. You can kick this, and he'll probably end up in Monagita.
He's almost better at centre forward too.
As Knox comes in, kicks from just outside 50, on its way, and has just pushed across the face.
That's 1-5. Their kickers let them down. They've seen them do this before, where they miss heaps of opportunities early.
Yep.
Two behinds to Knox, 1-5-11
And
Macedon,
just,
1-1-7
yeah.
Rupertswood.
If the Sharks can go end to end here, it'll be a massive boost to them. The kick comes out long and strong on that outer side yet again. It's the favoured mode of exit for the Sharks, and it's going to be a ball up 55 out from the Cats goal, who lead this one by 4 points. 21 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter of the grand
Good
final.
result from the Sharks here this
That's it.
first
So
quarter.
the ball's thrown up again, comes down now. Oh, big tackle.
Yeah.
So hold the ball he's paid. Gee,
He's red hot.
he was
this
red
umpire.
hot on that.
Is
I
this
think it
the-
might
is
have
this
been
the decision of the week award? Is it Yendi?
Summerfield. He's going to take it. He's
While we're
60
there.
out.
No, I think there's an award for the umpire who pays the most. Oh, there's one down the field.
Summerfield, he's kicked it long. There's a free kick downfield, is it?
Is that what they've done? Paid it
Or they're going
downfield?
to take it back? Or
Just stupid.
There's-
Just a dumb free kick.
yeah, so the umpires indicated free kick downfield to Collins
Yeah, it's a tough kick though.
in the
The
left
footer
forward
too.
pocket. Yep, that's right. On his
He's in the wrong spot
on the wrong
for him.
side, isn't he? So
If he check sides it,
to go the Boonah.
he's a right footer.
Right footer, is he?
Oh,
He's just that good on both. So
He'll run around here, open the goal
so
face up.
Collins for the second goal and a nice little buffer going to quarter time.
There it is.
He swings around on the
And he
right
dropped
and
it.
makes no mistake. Al Collins gets on the board and the Cats 2 goals 5-17 leading by 10 points 1-1-7 the
And
Sharks.
that was dumb. And Casey Summerfield is going to. He's an experienced player. He's going to suck you in every minute of the game. He'll annoy you. He's tough and hard. He'll give you a couple of short ones in a pack. But you can't retaliate like that. Not when you're going into 50.
Yeah, that was Damien Sereni.
And
just,
this late
just
in the
a bad,
quarter.
bad,
Yeah.
bad move.
Yep, so much needed one.
There's
for
no
the
point
Cats.
dragging him off the ground and reprimanding him. It's
No,
a grand final.
he
You need
knows.
him out there. You've made a terrible mistake. You cost your team. It's tough for him now to repay the side by doing something really good and putting
Putty's
himself
come
on
on
the
and
line.
gone forward. He's got Seb Militic.
Yeah, they do need some options up forward, up for him at the moment. Push
Podolzak's
Podolzak up
just
higher.
He just looked a bit out of sorts. Podolzak.
Rux will go at it again. We're 23 minutes into this quarter. We won't be going for much longer with only 3 goals for the quarter. As Waters wins it down, Hetherington gets onto the football, puts it high towards half forward. Harrison in the box seat, runs back with the flight of the football, picks it up. Matty Dick's got a bit of space out here on the wing. Terrible
Oh,
bounce.
he did.
As Aiden Muir comes across, does
What up?
nicely, swings the ball back inside to Caldone's gone.
that's
Umpire
gone.
doesn't play holding the ball. He says play on. Aiden Muir just keeps working in there. McConnell bursts through. Could have been held. Play on, says the umpire. He dives on top of it. He's got his opponent a headlock and will have a bounce.
Oh, he's put the whistle away. His hair's pulled that tight. He hasn't
I
seen
don't
any
mind
of
that.
it.
Knocked out in the tackle. That's why I was playing on.
Rubbish.
Yep.
I don't mind.
You are fair dinkum in the wrong box. Go over the umpires.
I don't mind if they let it go though.
Yep.
Less whistles the better.
Siren time.
Siren sounds. Oh,
Been a couple of the bigger players that have fumbled, but that's the nature of a grand final. As we restart for the second quarter, Rucks go at it. Putt got the tap on that occasion. Hetherington got shrugged off the ball. Summerfield in and under as always. Canolo got the hand pass out to Hetherington. Kicks it up towards half forward.
Guess who's
and
not
he's
forward?
gone forward, Chambers. He gets a touch early. He's pushed off the kick by Harrison. He's put
I
on
called it
out on the
Yeah.
full.
with the
That's
wind
why-
Chambers
Yeah,
forward.
That's
it.
when David Parkin walked past. He said, "Can't want one more flags if you're in the coach's box
That's
with him."
exactly
That's
right.
right. As the Cats bring it back in, they find Waters deep in defence, and Dick, he's off and running. He finds Summerfield out wide.
He's just got run off that half back line.
He
Dick, hasn't
does. He's got a couple of touches now. Goes out wider still, and
This
he finds
bloke has fought his
Christensen.
own football.
absolutely.
Yeah, he's got another one, so he's probably up to half a dozen at least.
Except
Well
he
done,
likes,
Lockie
And a
Muir.
good mark by Lockie Muir on the outer side.
Lockie Muir now right on centre wing. Look to send the Sharks forward. They'd like a couple of early ones. Kicks up to half forward. Chambers flies. Can't take the mark.
Oh,
Ball
he's
hits
unlucky
the
not to
deck.
get a free kick
Yeah,
there.
he's,
isn't he?
What a matchup that'll be. Chambers versus Matty Dick.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
Matty Dick's going to try and push off Chambers and use his speed, but Brady Chambers is a great intercept marker.
Yep, absolutely.
Rucks will go at it again. Putt versus Waters. No one really wins a clear one down. Waters follows it up. He's pushed in the back. Umpire says play on. Casey Summerfield towards half forward. Kilmartin comes up at the football.
He's causing some problems down to Kilmartin with
He's
his
been
marking.
very good. Halliwell's just got to close up a little bit on him. Kilmartin goes inside forward 50 towards Nipper right. He just spoils. Down on the ground is Aaron Christensen again. Handball back to right. Right on the run. Kicks it. Oh! An absolute rip it open the corner from Nipper right. And the Cats, 1.5 minutes into the opening quarter, into the second quarter, move along to 3-5-23. Rupertswood 1-1-7. Macedon Rangers Glass, Melton Toyota scoreboard.
And here's the barometer for the Cats. When Nipper Wright's up and running and kicking goals early in games, the Cats generally go on to win. And great signs here. I mean, into the breeze to
Yeah.
kick a goal like
Tough
that
kick
from a
over
really
there.
tough kick. Very, very clever footballer.
And the,
Yep.
the battle between Hetherington and Markworth, they are at 5 disposals each. Free kicks for the game so far. Macedon have 9, 5 of them from holding the balls. Rupert's with 3 free kicks.
Waters wins the knockdown straight towards Markworth. He overruns the football. Coming through hard off half back was Cicero. He gets in
Summerfield
low
again.
on top of Summerfield. So does Swallow, and they lock the ball up. We'll have another bounce.
If you're the Rupertswood midfielders, the way Casey Summerfield goes into the footy, you'd be trying to put a block on him to stop him getting in there first. And it's really important they do that because he's having a huge influence around the contest.
As
Yes.
the ball's just
He's on the
wrapped
bottom of
up
that
again.
pack too. He's on the. He's
Yeah,
just
he's
a machine.
always the last to get up, isn't he?
You've got to
Summerfield?
block him from getting into that position and keep him out.
Putt and Waters go at it again. Putt wins this one down. Swallow out the back, gets a right foot kick towards half forward. Chambers comes up at the ball. Can't
still
take the
a
mark in the fingertips. Dick gets rid of him.
Oh.
Handballs the ball out wide to Collins. Collins takes off, runs, carries. Short kick towards Dan Markworth. Takes the mark, pulls out, feeds a handball out to Kilmartin. On the left foot inside forward 50 under pressure. Probably didn't need to handball that one, Markworth.
Oh, good
There's
tackle.
great tackle from Muscat on Cook. And we'll have a bounce 45 metres out in the left forward pocket, commentary side of the ground.
Interesting that centre bounce as well. Markworth and Hetherington did start on each other as well.
Yep, so it's a good battle.
Brady Chambers is dropping a few
He
grabs
is,
today.
he's having a bit
Someone
of
needs to
crack.
run some grippo out to him.
That's right, and the ball's hacked forward by the Sharks. A big
Summerfield.
contest. Summerfield in there again. He's on the bottom of the pack as always.
And there's
It's
a
gonna
bit
be
of a wrestle
on.
going
It's
on
going to be
there.
a bit on.
There is.
Casey
McConnell in there
Summerfield is
again.
ferocious at the footy, and they've got to understand it. Unless they start blocking, putting some blocks
Yep.
on him and keep him out of that contest, he's going to cause some damage.
So-
Bucks
balls.
again. Putt tries to win that one down, not going anywhere at the moment. Summerfield on the outside. McConnell just shovels it forward. Ball comes out towards Summerfield again. He takes it over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in as they're getting stuck into Dean Putt again.
Yeah, he loves it.
Oh, no! That's just sloppy,
You
Dean
can't
Putt.
do that.
It's going to be a free kick to McConnell.
Oh dear, oh dear.
He's just grabbed him in a headlock, and they sucked him right
There in
into
his
that
head.
putt.
They've,
Sloppy by Dean Putt.
was
Sure,
McConnell.
it'll be filthy.
He kicks it towards the top of the square. It went over the head of everyone. Now it's cleaned up in the last line, going out towards Caldone in the pocket.
I tell you what,
Serini, sorry, out on the bounce.
Rupertswood is so lucky that that wasn't a Macedon player running on the back of there. If the
That's right,
Rupertswood
it went
player
over the
was-
top.
Aidan Muir was doing nicely, though.
Yes.
He's getting a good
And then
spot.
Putty's look, he probably deserved a free kick, but after
Yep.
doing that, you ain't going to get it.
No,
Putt
that's right,
gets
Putt.
it. He takes it out of the ruck. He's tackled. That's a
Yeah.
free kick.
On.
You can't do that, Putty. He's had a horror show.
Oh, it's on again.
Couple of
here.
minutes.
They are Macedon are absolutely, definitely targeting Dean Putt here
Yeah.
today.
They're in his head.
Can you blame them?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's working to their favour now.
It's going to be Jack Mills to take it.
What Fitzy's got to do is bring Dean Putt back down to a centre half forward.
35 out.
Get him out of this
Slight
contest in a minute.
Angle. Mills has put it through. Never looked like missing. And they kick away the Cats. They move on to 4-5-29. Rupo stuck on 1-1-7, 5 minutes gone. Melton Toyota, Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard.
None of that would have occurred if Putty hadn't given that free kick away, and then he got sucked in trying to milk a free, and then he got pinged because his head's not in the right space at the moment.
Right, yeah.
They're dragging him back in the middle, bring him back to centre half forward, so they've got to put a good defender on him. Go and put Egan back into the middle of the ground and start again and let it just settle down.
You just let Muir play in the ruck at the moment.
Yeah.
Just let him run around, do the
He's
job.
playing beautifully.
He's done the
Muir.
job in the last two finals, Muir. So
He's the Mark Blitzer of the Rupo side.
that's
He
right.
really is.
midfield,
4-5-29, Macedon, 1-1-7, Rupertswood, 6 minutes into this quarter. Putt just belts it to centre half forward. There is Aidan Muir, picks the football up, feeds back to Brett Swallow. He goes right foot kick inside forward 50, Burgess. As Burgess is just repeatedly cutting off these entries at the
Done
moment.
well.
He has. So he's on 50, he's defensive 50, goes out wide towards the wing, Tom Waters and Putt. He goes the big fist, he's just going to punch anything in his way. His Putt at the moment comes out to Lockie Muir. There's a free kick paid, going the way of
Hasn't this got
Swallow.
familiar tones about all the other finals the way it's been going, keeping the opposition to really
And
low
there's a bit of
scores.
contact in the forward line, no free
Brett
kick paid.
Chambers free kick,
and
surely.
there's a hold to Chambers, surely. And there's a goal to Podolzak though. He's got on the end of it and put it through for the Sharks. Morris, apologies, he's put it through. They've both got the sleeve tats, but Morris got on the end of it, and
To
that's
be
a
honest,
much needed goal.
You were talking about the free kick to Chambers. There should have been a free kick against Podolzak just beforehand. He flew at the ball,
That's
had
true.
no chance of taking the mark, took his Macedon opponent out.
Unrealistic attempt.
Yeah, it was
that's right.
absolutely unrealistic attempt. And look, the Sharks, though, that's what they've got to do. They've got to take those chances when they open up.
They trail this one 2-1-13 to 4-5-29. The 7 minutes gone thanks to Macedon Rangers glass. Melton Toyota.
Muir into the ruck now. Waters wins it down. Well done,
Well done.
Hetherington. Sharked it. Runs and carries out the middle. Right foot kick inside forward 50. There's that man again, Burgess.
Yep.
He just cuts it off across half back.
If they win today, he falls in the category of Nipper Wright. He's been there through the good and the bad, hasn't he?
No, absolutely he has, and he's doing beautifully over the course of the final series.
that's straight
That
out of the
is
full.
a big
Gonna
kick
land
towards
inside?
the
No.
sidelines and out of bounds
No
on
more
the full.
comments from you, mate. I mean, you're just mozzing players now.
Yes.
Caldone plays on, goes for
Oh,
Swallow.
dear, oh, dear.
No, they've turned it over. Doyle feeds the handball towards Knox. Knox gets the kick towards half forward. Coming up at the football is
Walker.
Walker can't take the mark. Well done back there for the Sharks.
Oh,
a shocking
it's a
kick
bad
towards
kick.
the boundary
Sharks
line.
disposal is disgraceful. They cannot hit a target. Why would you go for a 10-metre short kick here, bringing it back too early into the middle of the ground and just turn it over?
Yeah, they're just not quite clicking at the moment, the Sharks, as the ball's to be brought back in on centre wing. On the commentary side, Tommy Waters got a nice jump, but it came down to Lockie Muir. Hand passes it out to Caldone. On the right foot, drives it in towards 50. Putt has gone forward. He sits under it, but a big punch from Burgess again. He's in everything at the moment. And we'll have a throw in, 50 out from the Sharks goal.
29-13, 8 minutes gone, and they've been listening to you. They've heard you. Chuck Putt forward. They did that in the reserves as well.
You've got to do it to settle him down. I mean, he's a big forward, and it's going to take a good defender to man him up now.
Ball's thrown back in, right on 50. Putt and Waters lock arms. Comes out to Morris. He's driven into the back, surely, by Smedley.
Be a free
Oh,
kick.
dear, oh, dear. Markworth locks up Putt, and there's going to be a ball up.
The only problem I've got with that not paying that free kick is they've paid it twice before. If you're going to pay it every time.
That's right. Got to be consistent.
I
As
mean,
the
nearly
ball
pulled the whip out and we called it a racehorse.
thrown up. Both rucks got a touch on it. And it's just bobbling around on the paint of 50. Lockie Muir's underneath the pack. He gets to his feet. Now it comes out to Hetherington. Can he slot a goal?
Yep.
You bet he can. He's got their third.
And that's 2 in a row for the Sharks, and that's a really good sign. I mean, they've got the breeze here at the moment. They get one more, we're back on even keels for the game.
Hetherington's been a really good standout in this term. He's had 4
lifted.
touches in this quarter,
Yep.
as opposed to Markworth 1. That puts him up to 8 for the game, as opposed to 6 of Markworth.
Yeah, he's certainly lifted as that's 9.5 minutes into this quarter. Rupo move on to 3-1-19, trailing the Cats 4-5-29 as we have a mass interchange from both sides. As Tegan Henderson comes back in, Nipper Wright will go into the midfield for the first time today.
Yes, absolutely. It's all thanks to Melton Toyota, Macedon Rangers glass. And you're listening to us on 100.7 Highlands FM and streaming online as well as the ball's back in the middle. Lockie Muir, he's starting to get his hands on the pill. Comes out now to Cannon at half forward. Hand passes back to Caldone. They're linking up in numbers. Dylan Podolzak, little scrubber of a kick. Militek gets on the end of it, just blasts it out of defence. It's all Sharks though. It comes back through that man, Aiden Muir. Now it's smothered though, and it's brought back by Caldone. Swings and turns and goes towards full forward. Who's at ground level? It's a lot of Cats jumpers. They just force it through for a behind.
Well, he's lucky not to get a free kick there, Brady Chambers, because they picked him up and dumped him after he got rid of the footy.
And they weren't happy at all. And they're still having a few words with the umpire, I think. But it's rushed through for a behind. So they move on to 3-2-20. Macedon 4-5-29.
Rupo have got to get that ball in quicker. They wanted to muck around with small kicks and they're turning it over. Just get it in long.
Pops it over the top to McConnell. He runs and carries. Kicks up towards centre forward. And it's Kilmartin. Over the back, recovers well, but he's wrapped up by Aiden Muir. Kick goes towards half forward. It's Sharks with the numbers. They kick the football, handball the ball out into space. Well done there by Serini. He finds Swallow through the middle of the ground. Good pressure, that's in the back. Free kick.
Great effort by Swallow to go in second effort. He missed the hand pass, but he went in dived on it.
They've got to get it onto their boot quicker because they've got the big forwards. They've got Brady Chambers and Putty and all them down there. Get it down to them quick and get it.
Here they go.
Right foot kick inside forward 50 looking for Podolzak. Clunk takes the mark in front of Barnett.
That's what they need.
That's what they're going to do is stop over.
There was a bit going on here too.
Yeah, got to be
That's
careful.
Good by Muir though.
Yeah, he just went a bit high. You just got to be careful. Podolzak over the top to feet 10.
Oh, that's a 50.
That's you get a guy down and he's going to pay it.
That's ridiculous.
And that'll
Christensen
guarantee goal. Dylan Featon will walk in and kick his second.
You cannot grab a player around the neck like that.
So
that's
just to
50
paint
every
the
day
picture,
of the
he
week.
took the mark and then Christensen was in his path and he just wrapped him around the neck. Just unnecessary.
Featon's been targeted a bit in this game unintentionally, the young gun.
He's a dangerous player, Featon. He's a difficult size to match up on.
That's 3 in a row for the Cats, for the Sharks now.
So for Featon's second, he's right in the goal square. Should make no mistake. And that's another one for the Sharks. 3 in a row. Dylan Featon's second. And we've gone about, how long in this quarter? About 12 minutes or so.
We've got a 3-point
bang on.
game.
So 4-5-29. 4-5-29 Macedon and Rupertswood 4-2-26, all thanks to Melton Toad and Macedon Rangers glass ball.
And Blooming Produce, let's not forget our truck sponsor, because we're in trouble without him today.
Ruperts would have had the last 4 scores of the game over the course of 5.5 minutes to cut the margin back from what was a game high 22 points down to 3 points.
Great turnaround.
As the Rucks go at it again, Swallow starting to get his hands on the footy in the middle of the ground. He's wrapped up pretty quickly though. We're going to have a secondary bounce.
So, one name we haven't called much today, Harrison's name. He hasn't done a lot today.
Not in this particular term either.
Rucks go at it again. Aiden Muir wins that one down to Al Collins. He gets a clearance towards centre forward. Doyle can't take the mark. Swallow just crashes, bashes, right foot kick. Inside 50.
Putt!
Dave Putt just leaps at the footy.
Oh, that's what we want to see.
Takes it in front of the eyes and he will go back and have a shot on goal to put the Sharks in front.
Gav, I'm going to put a comparison. Is there shades of Mick Kilty of last year about him? He was the villain and become the hero?
Yeah. A little bit early for that call. and he certainly hasn't gone and got himself sent off yet.
But the difference has been they're bringing the ball in quickly by foot and giving their big forwards an opportunity. Where they muck around with these short little kicks, they get themselves in trouble.
Putt comes in, 40 metres out. He's put it through. He's pumped the big man. They come from everywhere too. He's got the fist pump going. That's his first for Putt. And they've kicked the last 4, is it?
That's
of
it,
the Sharks. So they're on a roll. And they've brought it back. They've hit the front actually. So 4-point lead to the Sharks. And we've gone about 14 minutes into the second quarter.
And they've gone to put Casey Summerfield back down in defence for the Cats at the moment. So not saying it's panic stations or worrying things, but when Casey goes back down there, it's there to settle them down and try and get some drive.
So the score is Rupo. They've hit the front. 5-2-32, Macedon 4-5-29.
4 goals in
14
minutes as they come out of the middle again. Wrapped up quickly, Matty Dick.
Great tackle.
In the middle of the ground, wraps up Morris and we'll have a bounce.
That's the first time that the Sharks have been in front today over the course of 38 minutes of play.
Rucks will go at it again. It is Kilmartin in there against Muir. Kilmartin wins it down. Hetherington can't get his kick. Muir follows it up, punches towards Musket. He's wrapped up quickly by Dick.
Yeah,
it is on.
Morris
McConnell's going to
and they're all coming in from everywhere.
They've gone after McConnell a bit today, the Sharks. They're absolutely getting stuck into it. Rucks will go at it again. Comes out towards the wing. Aiden Muir. He's just trying to get into the football now. Just dribbling it in front of himself. Goal's been taken high. Umpire says play on. Terrible. There's the evener.
Billy Mitchell's coming.
That's a poor decision. That was just a square up at the end.
It's almost a send-off, that sort of hit.
He almost took his head off.
He squared him up, didn't he?
As Barnett will get the free kick. He'll kick out wide. It's 50 metre
metres.
Oh, gee, that's two Rupo I've given away.
Sharks, that's a hurtful one too. He's going to go to within 30 metres of goal here and have a shot.
Barnett can't kick goals, he's a backman.
That's right, he's got the long sleeves
Wouldn't
on.
have kicked one all year.
No, he's also a fireman.
So he's versatile.
They need a fireman at this stage because Rupo have been on fire in the last 5 or so minutes.
Beautifully done, Tommy.
So thank you very much. I'm here till
take a bow, mate.
I'm here till about 5:30. So
Barnett on the way in, right foot kick at goal. He's loud for the wind and too much.
Yeah, didn't read the smoke very well.
That's a long bow there, Paul.
I'm clutching at straws.
I had to get one in there.
You did better than I did, mate.
Macedon 4-6-30, Rupertswood 5-2-32. Macedon Rangers Glass Mountain Toyota scoreboard. Nash Egan takes the mark, plays on, looks for Chambers, finds him. Out on right half back.
It's been a long time since we've seen a grand final with a lot of heat.
Kick into the middle of the ground. Sultana drops what he should have taken. Good pressure out there as players just filing in now. It's going to be a free kick to the Sharks.
They're on top of
go to Chambers.
They are. They've got players out here too.
Chambers over into the middle of the ground looking for Morris. He takes the mark. Tries to feed the runner in Cicero. I'm not sure why he was in a hurry, but it's going to work. Canolo takes the mark. Plays on into the middle of the ground to Morris. He runs and carries. Low dribbling kick. He's a proppy. He was proppy after he took that.
That's okay. He can be proppy playing down there. He's not going to go back on the ball bowl. Look, they're prepared to concede those centre taps. But as a forward, young Militek with his line, he's just not strong enough to be able to go with it. They've either got to go and get John O'Barnett back onto him because Militek's just not strong enough.
And Macedon don't want Militek to have to go to someone like playing off someone.
To kick from outside 50. Kick is on its way. It's got the legs. Well, it truly got the legs,
all right, didn't it?
But missed to the far side. One behind to Dean Putt. 1 goal, 1 for the day. And on the Macedon Rangers Glass Mountain Toyota scoreboard, Rupo 5-3-33, Macedon 4-6-30.
He is proppy.
It's going to be, he's just going up and down on the spot a little bit.
This is like shades of last time, wasn't it?
Is it the right thigh, isn't it?
Right hamstring.
Hammy, I think. So Dick is going to bring the ball back in as they go in the old-fashioned huddle here. Markworth breaks. But Dick
it's easily
is going
picked off these huddles. You just
ignore
surround them and pick them off on the way through.
Long driving kick out to the outer side. And a nice clunk in front.
No.
Chambers again. Was it to a feet and apologies? Kicks it over the top. Couldn't quite get to Canolo. Good intercept by Harrison. They're going to see this over the boundary line for a throw in.
You mentioned Markworth before. He's only had 1 touch for the quarter.
Yeah, he does fade, Daniel. I mean, he's had hamstring problems and had a quad issue where we saw him come off in the earlier final. So let's hope he's not. Let's hope he's healthy and up and running all right.
Ball's thrown back in. 30 out from the Sharks' goal. Goes over the top. It was Cicero coming through. Now the high tackle surely to the Sharks. Yep, and the umpire was right there. It's going to be a kick 25 out directly in front.
The difference of what the Sharks are doing now, they're actually hitting the contest at pace and drawing the free kick. Instead of standing out and waiting for the ball to come to them, their on ballers are hitting that contest at pace, and it's causing the Macedon guys who are standing just to whack an arm out, and they're sucking it around the neck.
Panicking a little bit. So Dylan Podolzak is the recipient. Obviously had that broken hand, and he's come back from that. No worries at all.
Just playing on pain.
That's
adrenaline.
Right. On the adrenaline, that's right.
It's called Panadine 4.
So
I just hope he doesn't kick this goal and his teammates want high fives.
Yeah, that's all right. Go easy, fellas. He's about 25 out, bit of an angle, left foot kick. He keeps it low. He keeps it straight.
Yeah.
So
just cuddles, boys, just cuddles.
Yeah, that's right. Don't
no
go
high fives there, it's all cuddles.
And it's great to see, listen to his coaches in the past, not his old man in the kicking style. So that was
yes, he just
Your dad wouldn't have kicked that. No way. Roger couldn't kick anything.
Guys, it's getting pretty scary now. The Sharks, they've kicked, was it 5 goals in 12 minutes for a staggering 31-point turnaround.
Oh, they've just turned it on, and all their bigger gun players have just started to really put their stamp on the game.
I've got to ask you one question, Turns. Where on earth is Jason Cook? Zero touches for the quarter.
Well, he's come up onto the wing to try and get a bit of the footy, but they're sitting on him very, very high. Here he goes.
Cook out of the middle. Every time Yendi mentions someone today, they earn it. Out to Clough. Clough, kick on its way. Misses.
Yeah. That's his bread and butter.
But to push Cookie up in the ground is what they got to do. I mean, we haven't mentioned Harrison hardly. Nipper Wright's hardly had a touch. So the big guns are gone very, very quiet at the moment.
Missing. MIA.
Nash Egan goes long out of half back. There's Christensen. He plays on. He runs to the 50. Left foot kick on its way towards goal from Christensen. It's a ripping goal. They needed a big goal, and that's what they got. Aaron Christensen. Take a bow.
He's been the man this game, hasn't he, Gav? When they've needed someone, he's the one to step up. As we just hit time on in this turn, thanks to Melton Toyota, Macedon Rangers Glass, the score is ticking along nicely. It's back to 2 points of margin. 5-7-37 Macedon, Rupo 5-9-39 Paul.
Yeah, no, and the Macedon Stars, and we've just mentioned before, Jason Cook, let's throw that name up. He hasn't had zero influence as a medalist in this game. You mention him, bang, gets a touch and starts getting scores.
That's right, he was the impact player, getting that clearance. The ball's back in the middle, 2-point game the way of the Sharks. Swallows underneath the pack. Going to have a secondary.
This is where the Cats have struggled around this stoppage contest.
That's
because
at the moment Swallows beating Casey Summerfield to underneath the pack.
As the rucks go at it again, Muir just belts this one out towards Al Collins. He can't clean it up the first time. Canolo's out there putting massive pressure on. He's going to turn it over. Lockie Muir feeds the ball to Brett Swallow. Round the corner, bending ball. Deep putt, one-on-one. It's going to be a hold. No, it's going to be downfield. Al Collins has given away a downfield free kick.
Dear oh dear.
And Dean Putt is going to go back and have a shot on goal.
It's just, as we said, what Rupo needed to do. Once they start using their hands and having overlap football and then kick it long, they're just too strong in that area for the Cats. When they started kicking, doing those little short kicks, they got themselves in a lot of trouble. So it's good to see them. We saw it then. 2 or 3 quick handballs, bang, nice long kick down to their big forwards.
Big man Dean Putt, he has been an absolute influence since we told Rupertswood to put him forward. He comes in now. Banuna, he's gone across the face of goal.
He thought he had it.
He's filthy.
Yeah, not happy with that. He thought it was a goal for sure.
6-4-40
the umpires are fair against him today.
5-7-37 Macedon, 21 minutes and 45 seconds.
I'm sure
in the
they
second
did
quarter.
Thursday night at training, the umpires. Let's pick a player and give him a hard time.
He strikes me as a guy.
Unfortunate it's you today, mate.
Yep.
Probably could be the fact that he's given out about 27 clips and everything else as well.
That's footy.
There's Dick. He plays on immediately from the goal square. He's run a long, long way. Oh, gee, that was nearly a free kick, and it's gone straight to Putt. Militech had plenty of work to do, but it's out of bounds for a throw-in right in front of the truck here, thanks to Blooming Produce.
I don't like this matchup that Macedon have with Militech on Putt. He's not strong enough.
That's right. He's going to get out-bodied, but Putt's doing the ruck work here. He's against Waters.
22 and a half minutes gone. Rucks will go at it. Putt just nudges Waters. Waters wins it down. Lockie Muir at the bottom of the pack again, trying to get it out. He's trying everything he can to handball that one.
Don't you love it when they're trying to get rid of the footy, they actually punch in the other bloke?
And it's going to be another bounce. Putt and Waters again. Putt just shoves him out of the way. Wins the tap down. Lockie Muir can't get it clean. Chambers can. Feeds the handball out to Hetherington. He kicks inside forward 50 feet and over his head. As coming through is Smedley. He picks the ball up. Podolzak got in low. Christensen picks it up. He just tries to dance around. Feeds the handball backwards to Barnett. Barnett just needs to settle. Finds a teammate out wide in Burgess. It goes over his head.
Got nowhere to go. Nothing out there for him at all.
He's just going to put it into space and hope that Markworth can motor. He gets across there with Caldone and pushes it towards the boundary line. We're going to have a throw in.
Oh, Todd Podolzak had Markworth all lined up then. If he picked that up, Markworth was going to be airborne with a big hit.
He did well to find the safety of the boundary line.
Markworth 6 touches, Hetherington 9.
Yep, so we've got a couple of kicks out from the Sharks' goal where this ball is thrown in. Waters got the tap. Caldone's tracking it back. A soccer off the ground by the Cats up towards centre wing. It's a good pickup. They're thrown off it, nearly holding the ball, not paid as players dive on top of it. And he's pinged someone, so it is holding the ball.
With the boundary umpire put his hand up in the air for it to be out of bounds, and the field umpire's picked a free kick.
So I think it's Clough on the outer side.
That was well done by Markworth. That kick off the ground was really valuable.
To Christensen, who's been in everything for the Cats, by far their best player. He goes back to Barnett. So they probably just want to see out to half time here. and
They
not
can't afford
concede.
to get another goal
That's
kicked
right,
against them.
so-
24 minutes gone. Well, there's been quite a few goals
There has
kicked, though.
been. Smedley
So we're
has
probably
it.
looking about 26,
That's
27
right.
minutes
Kicks
this
up
quarter.
to McConnell on the wing, centre wing.
8 goals kicked for the term.
Yep,
So we're probably looking at 27 minutes.
entertaining quarter, that's for sure, as the Sharks have stormed into the lead. And McConnell's kick goes up towards half forward. And a
Harrison.
nice mark. Harrison just drifted across. Going up forward. Here he goes. Turns and goes. Hand passes it off to McConnell. Spears it up towards full forward over the back. Wright couldn't take it. Knocks on the end of it. Dragged off and holding the ball. So the Sharks will take it, and it'll be through Nash Egan, who chips it short, and he finds Chambers.
Chambers takes the mark, defensive side of the ground for the Sharks. Just looking to build up again. Chambers directing traffic. He's going to kick out wide. Luke Cannon's got a little bit of space out here. Beautiful kick just in front of him. He goes around the corner, could have been out of bounds. Up towards a weak Burgess.
Nice mark.
Gee, he's been good at cutting these off today. Burgess has got a man on in the middle of the ground. He swings it. Aaron Christensen bought his own football. He's just racking them up. Pops it over the top. Not a great kick. Tries to find his teammate in Dick. Gets it back. Goes back out to Dick again. He will try to launch forward. Steps around opponent. Into McConnell. McConnell off to Mills. Mills will carry to the 50. Low kick inside forward 50. Putt. Gets in the way. Clough. Front and centre. Snap it. Goal. He just misses to the right hand side.
He's been a dangerous forward for him, Cluffy. I mean, he's not normally a big impact forward, but today, you know, he's kicked the one and he's had a couple of real good opportunities. So he's done well, Cluffy.
5-8-38, Macedon 6-4-40, Rupertswood, Macedon Rangers, Glass Melton Toyota scoreboard, brought to you by Blooming Produce.
Absolutely. Get down there. All your produce needs is the balls to be brought back in. A little dummy.
He's done the
Went the other way.
No look kick out.
That's right. He's gone up towards Putt and Co. Cannon brought it to ground. Waters in there, but it's Halliwell who just hacks it forward. McConnell sitting under it takes a nice mark.
That takes good courage.
Yeah,
It does, going back with the flight. He didn't flinch at all. McConnell kicks it up towards left half forward, going straight to Halliwell, and he takes the mark. A nice strong grab by Paul's man. As we know, wears the 2 different coloured boots.
He's got to be a good player to wear 2 different colour boots.
That's it, and he's going to...
Gee, Tommy Waters hasn't a lot of effect this quarter, has he?
Halliwell, big kick up towards the
Oh!
Zach couldn't quite bring it down. McCall gets the crumbs, takes a bounce. He goes through the square, kicks it up towards full forward. It's all Sharks though, and they're going to take it on the last line of defence, and they're going to bring it out to this near side toward Dean Putt. He stands up, he goes with the one juke, couldn't bring it down. Oh, big hit by Summerfield. And Putt gave him a bit to go on with as well. And the Rupo player still down. Tommy Waters gets it out to Summerfield. Hand pass over the top to Mills, just a bit over his head. Summerfield follows up. They need a goal here before half time. Can they get one? The Sharks are doing well in defence. Chambers and Co. Gets it out, but it's going to come straight back. Oh, McConnell, he got in Waters' way. McConnell gets it again. Out to Waters. Kicks it out wide. A few Cats jumpers. Can they take a mark? No, they're all over at the Sharks. And it's Serini on the outer side.
What's going on?
And it's all... Karasi's gone holding the ball. So he's 40 metres out. A free kick's been paid to the Cats.
Well, they should have got one earlier when they went through the pack and no effort to it and squashed the...
Dan Parks was lucky not to get yellow carded there because he repeatedly slammed.
Although he looks very
Summerfield.
sore here, he's asking to come off.
And the siren goes for half time.
This is going to be too big a kick, I think.
Yeah, this is a massive kick. So if he does kick it, that puts the Cats in front going into half
Chris
time.
I'll have to say it's
Kilmartin.
into him, but it's...
Certainly has got a leg on him. He
Into the wind.
kicked from well and truly outside 50 before.
And after the siren, after the kick's taken place, look out for Summerfield.
That's
He'll
right.
just be inside forward 50.
Kilmartin comes in. Oh, he kicked in the man on the mark. Anti-climax, but to end.
Here we go.
There's a bit of Summerfield.
No,
Just goes
Summerfield's
over.
like
and,
a pit bull. The heart...
Harrison as the ball is held aloft. We're ready to go again. Rucks will go at it. Waters versus Putt. We've seen it all day. No one gets a clear hit out. Lockie Muir gets the first clearance of the half. Down towards centre half forward. Egerson. I just merged the two names. He just tries the double fister. We got a free kick. It's going to go to Hetherington at half forward. He plays on quickly inside forward 50. It's a scrubber kick. Waters cuts it off. Gets a handball out towards Nipper right. He can't take it. Barnett feeds the handball out wide. Wright's going to get on the end of it again. Left foot kick up towards half forward Clough. In a one-on-one, he's going to get the free kick. Hand over the shoulder. Clough's free.
Yeah, Clough's on the outer side, true centre wing position. He sells the dummy, goes towards centre half forward, where Wright's going to run onto it, but he's got Swallow to beat. He cop one high, does Swallow, and he'll take the free kick, a true centre-half back for the Sharks.
The difference has been that when Rupo go forward, they're just butchering the footy.
That was a lazy
Macedon
kick.
are clear.
Hetherington going inside.
They just wasted some opportunities.
Swallow to take it, goes out very, very wide, but finds Chambers pushing up from the half-forward line in this quarter again. He goes up towards Podolzak, who takes it. This is a bit better ball use by the Sharks. Podolzak chips it over, but it's over the head of everyone. The Cats are in there fighting it for it, and Burgess is wrapped up in a tackle. And we're going to have a ball up 40 metres out from the Sharks' goal, and it's 2 points the lead of the Sharks. We're going a minute and a half.
7 of the goals have been kicked to the right hand of your dial. 7 of the 11.
Oh, you are
there you
Mr.
go.
Stats.
He's onto it. So the ball's thrown up. Ball tapped down, and the Cats. It was a high tackle, surely, of the Sharks. No, he didn't. The umpire was right there. He's probably going to ping holding the ball, and that's very, very stiff.
He's called the duck.
Yeah, he might have ducked and shrugged.
And that stemmed your prior opportunity.
Yes, so it's going to be a free kick to the Cats, and they're going to be able to get a bit of respite from that defensive position.
Matty Dick goes out towards the wing. Smedley's got a paddock in front of him if it sits. It does eventually, but he had to backtrack. Handball into the middle of the ground. Find Barnett. Out to Matty Dick. Run off half back. Kick inside forward 50. It's over the head. Cook now. One-on-one. Tries to feed Nipper right. Nipper goes back and gets it again. Taps it backwards towards McConnell. He's got a player right on his tail. He's wrapped up quickly, and we're going to have a bounce.
Nipper
45
was very
out.
lucky he didn't get pinged for throwing
Yeah,
because he tapped it with a hand under and the ball
Scoop.
lifted and raised. So
Kilmartin
very lucky.
just tackled his own player there.
As the umpire kicks away a piece of paper, a whole half a metre. As the Rucks go at it again. Knocked down there by Kilmartin. McConnell does well. Feeds Summerfield. Summerfield kicks a ripper!
Great answer from the Cats then. I mean, Rupo came in twice with some good clear footy and couldn't do anything with it. They go in once and score. And that's really going to hurt them.
Doing in that much space from a stoppage?
They've really got to put a tag on him. I mean, it's really hard when he's a bit like a Sam Mitchell. He creates a contest and then he pushes out and creates space as well. Very clever footballer.
Yes.
3 minutes into this third quarter, and the Cats are back in front. 6-8-44. Rupertswood 6-4-40. Macedon Rangers Glass melted Toyota scoreboard. Really smart play by Errol McConnell then to free Casey Summerfield on the outside.
Casey'd have to be leading. If it was a medal so far for the game, I'd be putting Casey up top.
Absolutely. Waters gets the clearance from the centre circle. Nipper Wright's there, couldn't trap it. All players dive on top of it. Nearly high tackle. Billy Mitchell, the umpire, comes out to McConnell though. He dodges one, dodges two. Now Nipper Wright, right foot snap high towards full forward. There's a mark taken. There he is. In the middle of it all. And
Is it?
Yep.
Is it Knox, is it? Cook. Cook, sorry, his first look at it really. Hardly called his name.
He was the meat in the sandwich.
He was, he couldn't see
I'll
him.
tell you what though, I'll tell you who's been really, really important, Errol McConnell.
Oh, he's been fantastic.
Just two really, really clever out of traffic
And
handballs.
Nipper Wright's one we've called a couple of times.
Yeah, he's getting
too.
involved. Cook comes in, he's going the Boona.
Got it.
And look at that. That is a fantastic goal by Jason Cook. His first of the afternoon. And the Cats, they extend their lead now. They're on 7-8-50 and Rupertswood 6-4-40. 4 minutes
goals
gone.
in 4 minutes.
Yeah, 2 early goals and they've come in clean and fast.
Yep.
And they're going to have to be a bit smarter, Rupo. They're going to have to put a little bit of work back into Casey Summerfield and Nipper Wright. They're the two that bring in an Aaron McConnell too.
And we
McConnell's getting
spoke
off the
about
leash.
around the stoppages.
Free
It's a
another
free kick
one.
to the Cats. Around the stoppages, Rupertswood dominated the first half, but now it's the Cats getting on top. No one on the mark. Waters plays on, right foot kick, looking for Cook over his head. Ball spills out the back. Cook butters up. He gets taken out. He's going to get a free kick. He's going to get another shot on goal. Jason Cook. This could be 3 in the first 5 minutes of the quarter.
And this is just like what Macedon have done in every final. They've come out after half time like a new team.
They have.
Around the stoppages, they're absolutely just dominating the Sharks now.
There must be some special mineral water they got up the mount. That's what it is.
We did see this with the Sharks in the second term. They kicked 3 goals in 5 minutes as well. So deja vu here.
They're right behind it.
Comes in, we will get the perfect view of this one. He comes in, right foot kick is on its way. He's missed to the near side.
Big let off there for the Sharks. They need a steady here, the Sharks.
They do. They need the next goal just to settle themselves down, or a clean possession or a clean run into their forward line.
Yep, they just need to slow things down.
7-9-51. Plays 6-4-40. The Cats by 11 points. 5.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
And Brett Chambers is going to be the man to bring it back in. He's been everywhere in this grand final. Hasn't had his best game, it has to be said. That's a scrubber of a kick, and there is an example. He's giving it straight back to Al Collins.
Blokes lining up here in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, they have.
Collins was too slow.
Collins, he's got a 55 out from goal. He's going back. He might have a shot.
If you go in the middle of the ground, the wind is blowing
He's got
fairly
the wind,
strong at that end.
So
And he's already got one on the board today.
he does, Al Collins. Spinning the ball. He goes short, though. And he's found a man loose at Summerfield. Just loose in the 50.
They either hate him or love him. They either want to give him close attention or leave him go.
That's right.
So I tell you, they're going to have to do some work. I think Swallows seems to have the job, but if they put Swallows a tag in role, they lose
You
drive.
can't
So
do that with Swallow.
Yeah, I don't think it's a tag. It's just a matter of being accountable.
Just manning up on him when he's stopping.
Summerfield, it's a shocking tumble kick. Putt just belts it to the front of the pack. Markworth goes in low at it. Knox gets in there as
so
well.
what
It's
was
too
the
high.
difference between that and what Cookie done? But some umpire's seen it, so we'll give him
Hetherington
a pat on the back.
Takes it out wide. McConnell, he
it's a free
lays
again,
the
yeah.
tackle. He's giving it away, though, to Swallow.
That's 4 high tackles for the quarter.
Yep, and they're going in hard and tough, that's for sure. Dick couldn't trap it on the outer side. Comes out to Todd Podolzak. McConnell again. He's had about half a dozen touches already this quarter. High kick. Chambers sitting under it, and he gets the big fist in the end. Off to Serini. He flicks it over the top. Cook tries to barge through, but a good tackle by Cicero. Stopped him in his tracks. Yeah, but he almost had prior. It was probably touch and go. I'm happy with that call by the umpire. And we're about 40 out from the Cats' goal.
7 minutes gone in the quarter.
11 points the margin in favour of the Cats.
Rux will go at it again. Putt should win this one down. He does. Well done by Kilmartin. Gets another crack at it. Down on the ground's Cook. Tries to snap around the body. It's smothered. We've got Brett Swallow coming off here. His shoulder looks very sore. This could be a massive loss. Ball goes in. He's going to mark it. No. His shoulder is gone. It goes towards Knox. He gets over the football. He did dive on this. It should be holding the ball. It won't be. It's going to be a bounce.
Yep,
Brett Swallow is in
way.
massive amount of trouble.
That it could be a massive loss.
He's waved the trainer off. He's staying out there. So
he couldn't even raise his arms
sting
up.
up it.
Kilmartin goes in the ruck, a big fist. He goes again up against Halliwell, but the ball comes out to Swallow. He's just going to play through the pain, and he's delivered a perfect ball to Canolo on half back. And he's got Sultana, but that's a tough kick for him to execute. He goes long and strong up the wing. Todd Podolzak, but leaping across the front is Tommy Waters. Just handballs it towards the boundary line. Is that deliberate? No, it's not.
Gets dumped for his troubles.
He does. So right in front of the truck here. Highlands FM 100.7. You can hear us on also streaming highlandsfm.org.au. And we'll have the ball thrown in between wing and half forward.
Rucks go at it again. Waters versus Putt. Putt gets the front position. Handballs to Muir. Muir feeds Dylan Podolzak. He goes with a left foot kick. Chisler up towards half forward. Smedley does nicely. Takes the mark over the top of Sultana. It's been a really good matchup between these two. As Smedley will look to rebuild. He looks down the line. Kick comes down towards Fisher. He leads at the football, but it goes out of bounds and we'll have a throw in.
It was better by the Sharks there, Paul, just to slow them down a bit.
Yeah, look, they got it. And then, look, we said earlier on, when they use their hands, they're a far better footy side when they try and use their kicking skills. And they've got to get back to that now, start running the footy and working hard.
Ball's thrown back in between wing and half forward. Putt just fisted away. Comes out to Dick though. Over the top, and Muir intercepts. Lockie gets it out to Hetherington now. Here's that hand pass, but it's intercepted by Harrison. Off he goes. Just bursts from the pack. It's a tumbler of a kick. It's going out on the full deep in the forward pocket.
Yeah, poor kick from Harrison. He had plenty of space.
Yeah, he blazed.
So it hasn't been his best day, that's for sure.
9 free kicks for the quarter.
Yep, they've been red hot on the holding the ball in particular.
Yeah, the umpires must have went in half time and realised they have to lift their performance and get their stats up.
Brent Swallow's come off.
Well,
and
this really isn't a free kick, so.
It is a free kick, Gav.
No, I've got to agree with you, Gav. No way, it's a free kick.
Your future premiership coach
does not
agreed
count on the free kick stats.
Fitzy said so.
Yep, ball to be
disagreed with you as the ball comes back in. Long down towards half back. Putt flies. Can't take the mark. Well done by Waters. Harrison gets it on the boot. Inside forward 50. Dangerous position here. Ball's fed out to Fisher. He's wrapped up really quickly. Knox round the body. Right foot snap. But doesn't bounce the right way for him. It's across the face. One behind to
brave
Knox.
Rupertswood defenders then letting that ball bounce because they're liable to do a right hand turn very easily and go through the goal.
Right.
So
Cats
if you're
7,
a defender,
10, 52.
don't take those risks.
Rupertswood 6-4-40, 10 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Chambers plays on. Cook tries to wrap him up. Chambers steps around him. Left foot kick out towards half back. Putt underneath it. Brings the ball to ground. Well done in there. Kilmartin forces it back inside forward 50. Under pressure now the
tackle.
Sharks. Caldone's wrapped up quickly. We're going to have a bounce 40 metres out from the Cats' goal.
The Sharks have not scored a goal in 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, Rupo's got to do something with their kickings. I mean, Brady Chambers is getting the ball and playing himself, but there's nothing to kick to. They're not moving.
No, that's right. Dick gets the Shark from the pack. He hacks it towards goal, but he's put it out on the full. And he's really lifted as well, his work rate, as Matty Dick.
He certainly has.
So he's really become influential. And the Sharks are going to bring it back in. They need a goal. They need it quick. They've gone 11 minutes into the third. 12 points down. They are.
Even if the Sharks don't get a goal against this win, because that win has picked up out there, they've just got to get momentum back on their terms, and they're not going to get it here. He's turned it over. It's gone straight to Al Collins.
Well, every kick in has been a turnover so far.
Collins is going to go back. He'll have a shot from 35 metres out on a really tough angle on the boundary line, but we did see him kick a goal from a similar position in the opening quarter when the Cats couldn't get one.
We know Brady Chambers is one of their best players, but Brady needs to go up around the centre-half back and not take the kick-ins.
Collins comes in, he's kicking the man on the mark. Hetherington gets on the end of it. Can they get something here off half-back? He takes a bounce. He hand passes over the top, over to Caldone. He shrugs a tackler almost. Just able to get a hand pass away. Players dive on top of it over on the far side. It trickles out of bounds for a throw-in.
Connell again, who put that pressure on and stopped that run.
He's nearly taken the lead as their best player.
Yeah, I'd have to be leaning towards that myself, I think.
Hetherington, 14 touches for the game. Dan Markworth, 7, including none for the quarter.
He's been quiet, so ball thrown back in. Putt look to grab it out of the ruck again. He goes now, but he's tackled. That's holding the ball. It is great pressure by the Cats.
Geez, Tommy Waters had it over him around the ground.
He has.
That's one
and
I
it's going to be
wouldn't
Waters
happen.
to take the free. Hand passes off immediately. And it's Dick. Drives it long and strong towards full forward. Waiting at the back. Couldn't take the mark, and it's knocked over the line for a behind.
Now let's see how they go here. Brady Chambers is going to kick it in again. Last 4 kick-ins in here has been a turnover straight away, so they're going to have to set something else up here, but they're going to persist.
So Chambers goes out to that far side pocket.
It's not out of trouble yet.
That's
You
right.
always conceive the first kick.
Here they go. They bring it back up that line, but it's straight to the Cats, and Kilmartin takes an easy mark.
Out of defence.
Matty Dick's on here, right on the 50 metre line.
He is. He's got his hands up. Now they go to him. Kilmartin. He's got to take
all that space.
Yeah,
he was there for a long time, and Matty Dick, we just saw him from the centre square nearly make the distance.
Yeah, great call, Gav.
He's, if he kicks this, that's a big mistake from the Sharks.
He also got that good protection there from Harrison as well, just to give him that assurance, say you're clear, and that's important.
So 13 minutes into this quarter. Sorry there, Tommy.
No, you're right,
the Cats 7-11-53, Rupo 6-4-40. Big kick here from Matty Dick. This will give the Cats a real boost as he comes in. He will cross the paint of 50. Kick is on its way. It is straight as an arrow. Goal to the Cats. Goal to Matty Dick. Macedon 8-11-59. Rupertswood 6-4-40. And they're just getting a little bit of breathing space here, the Cats.
Yeah, 19 points.
This up a little bit, and it is all due.
It
is all due to the mistakes that are coming out of defence from the Sharks themselves. I mean, 5 times now they've come out with after getting a point kicked against them, and the ball has rebounded straight back in. Even though that time Brady Chambers kicked into a pocket, that's a conceded kick, and then the next one is where their troubles are. They've got to do something about their kick-ins.
Waters gets the tap out of the centre against Halliwell. Dylan Podolzak hasn't had as much as he would have liked, but the ball comes out again. The Cats, they're running on top of the ground now. Doyle takes it. Couple of kicks out from goal. On the near side, he just pokes it into the pocket towards Cook. Couldn't take it. Knox taps it down to his own advantage. He manhandles Chambers to the ground, and players dive in on top of it. And the umpire, Billy Mitchell, with the best man bun in footy, will come in and ball it up.
Most dangerous man bun in footy.
Aaron Christensen again out of the middle there, just coming off the wing, and he uses the ball so well. He does.
Ball's thrown up. McConnell circling. Kilmartin a good tap. And the Sharks just able to hack it out. Lockie Muir gets it, turns onto that left foot, spearing ball towards Halliwell, and he sees it over the boundary line.
So Sharks haven't been forward in this term, have they?
No.
Hardly.
Oh, they did go in, but they've missed 2 opportunities they missed.
15 minutes gone in the third quarter. 19 points the margin, the way of the Cats.
The Cats half in the last 10 minutes or so, and they've kicked 3 for the quarter. Rucks go at it, down to Summerfield, front and centre, gets it to Nipper, right, kicks to the top of the goal square. Knox leads up in the football. Nash Egan just goes past him, though. McConnell is the danger man. McConnell kicks a goal! He is absolutely setting Romsey Park alight.
Oh, they're starting to split this open, the Cats.
They are. 25 points. Errol McConnell, as you say, Gav, he's setting the place alight. He's been dominant. His pressure in the forward line to just trap it in, and that's what's causing Rupo to really panic in their disposal down there.
They are panicking, and that's a good description of what's actually going. They're panicking. They're not winning the centre contests at all. They're getting beaten in the middle of the ground. They're mucking up their kickings out of defence and giving Macedon another opportunity to come back into their 50. There is 5 extra 50 entries come in due to Rupertswood making mistakes. So
25 points the margin, 16 minutes into the third. Melton Toyota, Macedon Rangers glass. Harrison out of the middle. We've seen that countless times this year. He's taken a mark. Has Markworth.
He's just coming on the ground as well.
Straight into the forward line. Takes a nice strong grab.
Dominating the stoppages now. Macedon dominating.
It's got dangerous, ominous
Something
signs.
has to happen in the middle of that
this is just like what happened in the first time they played, isn't it?
You've got to get some aggression in there, maybe get Dave Morris in there.
That's right.
They've got to do something, maybe start a fight.
He's gone the Paul line of tactic.
Mate, if in doubt, knock him out.
So Markworth, 45 out, very acute angle, but you wouldn't put it beyond him. He starts it out to the left. It's drifting back, if you don't mind, Dan Markworth.
Oh, the Cats are looking really good here now.
That is a terrific goal. He just went to school and just showed everyone.
46. The Cats 10-11-71 on the Macedon Rangers glass Melton Toyota scoreboard.
And the upside with Featon as well, he's the only forward on the ground to kick 1 goal in each quarter.
Look, if they can get the next goal, they're not out of this by any stretch of imagination. They're coming home with about a 3-goal win in the last quarter. I mean, Macedon, if they were clever, would put numbers behind the ball. I mean, we'll talk about that 3-quarter time. But at the moment, they need to concentrate on getting the next goal to give themselves a realistic shot to get the right distance that they can actually pinch this game.
18.5 minutes gone. Ball back in the centre. There has been 6 goals for the quarter, so we know we're going to get about 26 minutes. Rucks go at it, one down by Halliwell, follows up his work, feeds a handball out wide to Keegan Guy, tries to get it back but just shuffles it forward. Barnett, he's been pretty solid down there today. Halliwell feeds it out to Hetherington, dangerous player, tries to feed over to Canolo. Zach Smedley does beautifully, picks the football out, feeds it out to the wing. Cook versus Muscat, Cook just being held, surely umpire. Smedley does well, now he's paid it. Oh no, he's paid
the other way! Oh my
goodness gracious me! That is a howler!
Wow.
It was there.
Oh my God!
Yendi.
It's Muscat though. Kicks up towards half forward. Todd Podolzak, he's had a bit of a mare up there. And it comes down to Henderson. Sultana tracking back. He can't take it. He does now. Little banana kick towards full forward. They need a mark, but it's going towards the Cats. And Tommy Waters doing the right thing, getting back in defence. He kicks it out wide where Al Collins is tracking it. Ball just won't sit for him, and he's under a bit of pressure. Got 2 to beat, goes to ground, then he turns it over. So here's a chance for the Sharks. Putt, hand passes over to Morris on 50, chips it over, he fires Sultana.
Who called for Morris to step up?
Yeah, I thought he absolutely had to go in the middle, and he certainly turned the momentum of the game since he'd gone in there with a couple of clearances. But this goal, well done to the umpire. Great work.
Sultana, he's 40 out on that far side.
Brave call, mate.
Jason Cook was held from the half-back line to the centre wing.
It was a wrestling match.
All he did was he held back.
Did the umpire see that? The umpire couldn't see that.
Yeah,
Sultana in the meantime, he puts it on its way. There's celebrations around the ground because the Sharks are coming. It's Sultana, he gets his first.
You could be the first player in person in RDFL history to have 3 life memberships. Rockbank, Sunbury Kangaroos, and now the umpires.
Well, I certainly won't be getting that one.
Absolutely. 21 minutes gone into the third quarter. Rupo 8-4-52, trailing Macedon 10-11-71. Melton Toyota, Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard.
Need those couple of goals, though. The Sharks, the Cats had all the momentum.
Oh,
in
didn't
the
they
play.
what?
How's your life membership at Bacchus Marsh and Darley going there, boy?
Yeah, no, well.
Yes.
Rucks go at it again. This one
Denbury.
down by Halliwell McConnell. He was sitting on the bench for those 2 games. He's gone the Tory inside 50. Cleaned up by Chambers under the pump. Swings the handball out wide. Now the Sharks are under pressure. Doyle tackles him over the
good
line.
Idea, good play. Push it back over the line.
Yeah, clever.
That was good play, bringing a big torp in. Brady Chambers was actually getting pushed back towards goals. Tough situation for a defender.
20 points is the lead. 21.5 minutes gone. We've probably still got a good 4 or 5 minutes in this quarter because there has been 7 goals kicked again. There's been a lot of goals, which is always good. Canolo goes long towards the wing. What? Oh! Flies, can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Players just pile in over the top of it. Spedley wraps up his opponent. We'll have a
We're
throw.
due for a big hanker in the grand final, aren't we?
Absolutely. He got up.
It was a sensitive occasion.
He got that high, he turned into snow and came back down to the ground.
He had to dust himself off.
Oh, here we go.
We're on centre wing. Ball to be thrown back in. This game's still got plenty of life left in it. And as we approach three-quarter time,
The runner's gone down.
He has gone down. He's slipped in the middle of the ground.
No one
Kick,
anywhere
no.
near him. Like he got shot.
He did. He went down like a sack of spuds. We're between wing and half forward, far side of the ground, as we've got the great man Ollie Matthews walking in front of us.
Absolutely.
He's put on a great show here this afternoon. The ball's thrown back in. Oh, hitting the pack hard was Cook. Went without it though. They're at 50. Players dive on top of it. The Sharks cannot afford to concede here.
They've put the brakes on it a little bit at the moment, but the Cats have the ability. Their stars are just sitting there without doing a lot at the moment, and they can just turn it on when they need to.
Waters
right.
wins it
Speaking
down.
of one, there's Cook at the moment.
Just takes it over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in 50 metres around from the Cats' goal. They probably need another one here. I don't know how that wind's going out there, but it's still certainly favouring the bottom end, and a 20-point lead is still a 20-point lead. Rucks will go at it. It's one down by Halliwell, who's done a good job since he's gone into the ruck. The ball is just trying to be shuffled forward. Keegan Guy lays the tackle. We're going to have another bounce.
And this is good for Rupo that the stoppages are being neutralised here and that Macedon aren't able to get the ball out. So it falls back, just hold it up until we get to three-quarter time and reset.
Waters wins it down, Summerfield belts it forward. Aidan Muir just shuffles it forward towards Muscat. He gets a clearing kick. Matty Dick gets the spoil, but it's all Sharks on the ground.
Well done.
Canolo feeds the ball back to Morris.
He's
Morris is
gone.
gone. That's holding the ball.
Holy moly. Oh, there you go. They're out now. Oh, Muir's got hold of the ball. He went to take it off quickly.
our man again,
And
Errol.
McConnell, guess who? The man with the best hair out on the ground.
He sat on the bench
kicks
while
it.
they kicked their two.
He kicks it up towards full forward, and they're under immense pressure here, the Sharks. Not long to go before three-quarter time. Serini gets it out now to Agnello. Just goes the banana out towards the boundary line. Sultana can't quite pick it up. He's got a few to beat. He's doing well. Henderson hand passes it along the boundary. Agnello again, he's seen over the boundary line. Right in front of the box here, and 20-point lead of the Cats, 24 minutes gone.
It's not unwinnable for the Sharks, but they certainly need another goal before three-quarter time.
And the ball to be thrown back in. And there's the
is.
siren, three-quarter time. So it's well set up. Macedon 10-12, 72.
It's Putton Waters. Waters wins it down. Crashing through is Harrison. He can't get it. Markworth putting tackle pressure on over the top here. Players just diving in on the football, and we'll have a bounce. Secondary stoppage just forward to centre. Between half forward and the centre of the square, Macedon attacking end. They are, of course, kicking to the Bowen end and Rupo to the McIntyre end. Putt wins it down, but Markworth gets a clearance. Inside forward 50, down towards Nipper right. He just turns his opponent inside out. Right foot kick. Here's the wind. We can see it there. Takes it out. Kel Martin takes a ripper, and he will kick from 25 metres out, tucked up on the boundary line.
Really tough kick, though, from here.
And Nipper Wright getting involved again up forward. He's just a
He's
wise
been
old
quiet
head.
today, Nip.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when he gets it, he usually turns it into something. So Kilmartin's going to have a tough kick here on that far side. But this is so important to make it a 26-point ball game. He goes the banana. It's on its way. He's got it. There's fist pumps all around. Kilmartin gets the first of the last quarter.
All right, I'm going to do the crow call. That's too far for Rupo to pinch this one back.
Too early.
No.
Yeah, I reckon it's too early, Paul.
I'll put a coffee on it, boys. I'm more than confident.
Yeah, that's
A free one that you're going to provide?
Oh, okay. Hey, hang on. I bought the coffees and I bought the snitchels.
1.5 minutes gone into the last quarter, apologies, and Macedon 11-12, 78.
10 goal kickers for the Cats today. They've had a really
Yeah,
good
have,
spread.
spread.
Which is unusual because normally it's one or two of their players who get a large lot of goals.
And the Sharks 8-4-52. Melton Toyota, Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard, of course. And also Blooming Produce getting on board for today.
Rucks go at it again. No one wins a clear one. Harrison gets a kick to half forward.
Oh, Markworth again.
Takes it. Oh, he's bounced it over his own head.
He did better job than the umpire can do.
As Swallow just dives on top of it. We're going to have a bounce right at centre half forward. True centre half forward. For the Cats attacking into the ground. Tell you what though, if Markworth had got that one, they were away. As the Rucks go at it again. Waters and Putt have wrestled and fought all day, and I love that the umpires have let him do it. Swallow gets a big kick towards centre half back forward, goes over the top. Smedley been important all day against Sultana. He wins the football again, turns Sultana out, gets it to Collins. Collins with a banana kick along the boundary line, smart. Kilmartin picks it up. He's gone. Taking over the boundary line. No on the ball there. Throw it in. Boundary line beat it first.
Smedley's been for the battle of the youngsters. Smedley's actually won that quite comfortably
he has.
today.
He's been very, very good today.
It's been good to watch.
He's probably spent more time on the ground as well.
So ball to be thrown in true centre wing, neutral territory. The Rucks were wrestling and they forgot to go for the ball. Harrison bursts out of the pack. He shrugged too. He takes a bounce. He's going to drive it inside 50 on the left foot. Is there a downfield? No, it's taken by Muscat.
Should have been downfield.
Deep in defence, so the Sharks get a reprieve.
Neither of the umpires have actually noticed the contact.
So
That's
Muscat.
his job. Watch behind the play after the disposal's gone.
Muscat kicks it up towards Putt, who drops the mark, and he's going to cop that, I reckon.
Buddy, he's really sore.
I'll tell you what, who started this quarter really well is Sean Harrison.
Yes.
He's just burst out a couple of clearances
and
already.
Markworth, we said their stars stand up.
So the Rucks are going to go at it again. Putt and Waters, they have battled it out. It's been a brilliant matchup as Waters wins this one down off Harrison's head. It bounces out to Putt. He tries to feed backwards. Dylan Potterzak just handballs towards the boundary line. Putt really struggling to move now. Back to Waters. Markworth gets his kick smothered. Recovers well. Gets the football back. Turns the afterburners on. Inside forward 50. Up towards Cook. Taps it to himself. Well done back there. I think that might have been, I don't know who that was.
Serini, maybe?
Serini has found Swallow on the wing.
Yeah, and Swallow drives it long. Chambers has gone forward in this quarter, just like last week. We need something big from him. Muir goes in, Aiden. Now Chambers follows up. Comes out to Todd Pottlezak. Good shepherd by Chambers to give him some room. Todd Pottlezak fires a goal. He's got it. Could that be the lifter for the Sharks?
They needed it, and what was good is the way it came in. It was quick, open, clean footy, and that's how Rupo have got to play this quarter. I mean, they can't afford to go in their shells. They've got to take some risks. It's the last quarter of the year. It's grand final. They really do have to take some risks with their ball movement. Putty is really struggling. They nearly need to put Putty back down forward and give him that option there again and make the move and change their ruck setups and that. But he's battling on, and give him full credit for that.
Yep, they do.
Hasn't Swallowed recovered as well?
Oh, he has. He's going to have to just fight through the pain. It's a 20-point ball game, 5 minutes into the last quarter.
Waters is jumping all over Putt now. Comes out to Nipper right. He goes set half forward. Kilmartin!
Oh, he's got it.
Gee, he's been good at set half forward today. He takes a strong mark. Halliwell's tried hard, but Kilmartin has been outstanding. He kicks up towards set half forward now. It's a wobbling crap kick,
Nipper,
but it's over the back. That makes it dangerous as they belt it
well
towards the boundary to the points, and it's a rush behind to the Cats. That makes it 11-13, 79, 9-4, 58, 5.5 minutes gone, opening quarter.
Ball's brought back in, a big leap. Clough couldn't bring it down. Summerfield goes in hard. Now comes out towards the Sharks, diving on top of it. But it's Al Collins trying to take on 2 or 3. He's had plenty of time to get rid of it. And Billy Mitchell says, yep, you had your chance. Now Aidan Muir bursting from half back. Smedley read the ball well, couldn't quite take the mark on the wing. Great recovery though. Hand passes it off up towards half forward. Morris does well, gets his body in the way. Now comes back out for the Cats. Mark Worth tackled immediately. Aidan Muir gets a hand pass towards Chambers, but it missed him. Lockie Muir lays a strong tackle, and he's rewarded on Matty Dick. And he's going to take it between wing and half back.
Option there.
That's got to be 50 metres there. Markworth went through the mark.
Lockie Muir looks for Putt. He flies, takes Barnett, does well actually to keep that one down. Al Collins clears it with a hat kick. He's going to go on the full.
He's done his knee, Putty.
He's
in
a
all
bad
sorts
way.
of trouble.
Yeah, he's
he
clutching
knows
the
that
knee,
knee. He's clutching it, and it is no good.
Yeah, we'll have to keep a close eye on that. He's trying to get up, I think.
But he went down as that knee was gone.
Yep, absolutely.
Agnello now kicks the ball down towards half forward, looking for Pottlezak. Good hand by Smedley.
No,
he's struggling.
He's gone, Putty.
He's struggling to put. He's jogging off a little bit, but it's no good.
You're going to have to help him off the ground here. That's a shame. A champion player to do a knee in a grand final like that. That is terrible.
Ball's thrown in on 50 for the Sharks. They need another one. That's an understatement. Then Tommy Waters is in their way, just hacking it forward for the Cats. That's nearly in danger. Surely. Cole just hacked it off the ground, but Harrison gets on the end of it. Good tackle laid by the Sharks. And Dylan Podolzak, the ball evaded him. There's a free kick.
That's really well done by Collins. He's been smart a couple of that last one went on the full, but smart a couple of times. Kick goes into the middle of the ground. Christensen in a one-on-one.
He gave away the free. High contact.
Free kick will go to Canolo. He plays on quickly, trying to move the ball quickly now. The Sharks towards half forward.
Mark.
They've paid the mark. I reckon Burgess might have had a bit of that, but well done, Featon. Gives it back to Canolo. Tries to take him on. Handball into the middle. It's gone straight through the legs of his teammate Caldone. And it's Errol McConnell again with his head over the football. And we'll have a bounce just forward to centre. Rupertswood attacking end.
It's 21 points of margin here. Nearly 8 minutes gone here in this final term. You almost have to feel for Dean Putt a little bit, don't you? Because he's come into this game with a lot of injuries and he's been in a bit of heat throughout the day and he just keeps getting hurt.
Yep, absolutely. He's such an important player. Ball's thrown up between wing and half forward for the Rupo side. Good tackle by Dick. Lots of players on top of this. Errol McConnell going in, wants a piece of it. But the umpire says it's mine, boys, and we'll have a ball up in the centre square.
Yeah, Sharks probably need to get another one here just to open it up a little bit. Ball comes out the back. Markworth just storms through out of the stoppage. Right foot kick to half forward. Kel Martin can't take the mark. Halliwell butters up. He loses the football. It's Walker over the football now trying to knock it out. We're going to have a bounce on the Macedon attacking 50 far side of the ground. We have gone 8.5 minutes. Macedon 11-13-79. Rupo 9-4-58. Macedon Rangers glass mountain.
Markworth's lifted in this turn.
Yeah,
5 touches for the quarter.
For him.
Smother there from Cook. Does beautifully. Steps around. Gets wrapped up. Just handballs the ball forward. It's Muscat cleaning up now. Right foot kick out towards the wing. Collins in a one-on-one. Well done, Alistair Collins.
Massive one-on-one.
Just a huge one-on-one to win. He plays on, just chips it over the top. Beautiful kick, finds Matty Dick. Oh, he's got Knox on in the square here. He's all by himself. He goes long, Matty Dick. It wasn't a great spot. Knox flies, can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Players over the top of it. Aiden Muir feeds the handball out wide, looking for a teammate. There's plenty of fumbles now. The pressure's on. Canolo fumbles. Oh, McConnell goes in low and hard. Wins the football for the Cats. Clough kicks down towards half forward. There is a bouncing ball and a lot of tired players. It rolls towards the boundary line as the pressure from Kilmartin. It goes downfield. It was out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in.
They're
50
looking
out
rather heavy-legged, the Sharks at the moment. I think a bit of home truce might be starting to sink in. This is starting to escape.
21 points in favour of the Cats, and we're nearly 10 minutes into the quarter.
Yeah, but we're between wing and half forward for the Cats. Another one here is nearly the nail in the coffin, and Summerfield bursts from the stoppage, kicks it up towards the top of the square. Knox trying to chase it. Al Collins, the bounce evades him. Knox goes in again. Good pressure by the Sharks. They just need to clear it. And in comes Summerfield going in hard again over the pack, and players converge on it. The umpire's circling, but the ball eventually spills out now for the Sharks. Little chip looking for Hetherington. It's over his head, and Smedley hit the ball hard, but he went without it in the end. Hetherington, a little dubious hand pass out the back. He gets on the end of it again towards half forward. 2-on-1 as you say, Paul. Podolzak kept his feet. Todd, he's got to do well here, and it's out of bounds for a throw in.
And that was really brave play by John O'Barnett then, because he left his player and came over to help his defender out.
That's right. Had to affect the contest, and he did. Forced a stoppage, so be thrown in right in front of the Sharks coaching staff. They're scratching their heads at what to do in this last few minutes. Lockie Muir's in and under, and Tom Waters has him wrapped up in the biggest bear hug you'd ever see.
And you know when Rupo was starting to struggle, Brady Chambers has now gone onto the ball to try and get some drive going. So that's an indication of that they're running out of options.
They are. Sultana gets the clearance. A little hack kick that's going to dribble out of bounds. About 45 out from the Sharks' goal.
That's okay. I mean, the Cats, they want to just tie this up a little bit now and just take a little bit of sting out of it and chew up a bit of the clock. We've played, 11 minutes into the quarter.
21-point lead to the Cats, of course, so they need one desperately. Desperately need one. Aiden Muir went without in the tap. Lockie Muir is on the bottom of the pack, as so often he is, and he's wrapped up. We'll have a secondary ball up.
Just to give you an idea of the quarters, we've had 23.5, 28 and 24.5.
28 that second quarter. That was a long one. So The ball is going to be thrown up 45 out from Rupo's goal. What can they conjure up here? Big fist out the back. Sultana's first one there, has to twist and go. Swallow just keeps it in on the paint of the boundary line. Up towards full forward. They need a mark, but it's fisted through. Well done by the Cats.
Yeah,
Through for a behind.
look, if you're the Rupertswood coach at the moment, you've got to roll some dice and take some gambles. I mean, let's get your best players up around the ball. I mean, we need to kick a score. They've got it open, but what Macedon are doing at the moment, they're just putting everybody down in that defensive area.
Yep.
They're just tying it up and giving Rupo no room to work.
1 goal apiece for this quarter. The Cats by 20 points, 12 and a half minutes into this quarter. Dick goes long looking for Waters.
No,
Flies, doesn't take the mark. Sharks have an opportunity over the top to Canolo. Canolo into goal. He's put it on the way to the post.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
That would have changed things. Would have given it a great
Would
bit
have
of
made
momentum.
things very interesting.
So,
9-6-60, 11-13, 79. The Cats by 19 points.
yes, so they need 4 goals at this stage to win it, the Sharks. And we've gone about halfway through the quarter, 13 minutes just ticked over. Dick from fullback drives it out long, massive pack of players, a lot of Cats jumpers at the front and players, it's bobbling around. Aiden Muir got the hand pass out to Swallow, hacks it towards centre half forward. Morris over the top, went the punch. Swallow cleaned up his own player and Militech just blasted out of there to space.
Nipper right turned in too, he can barely move.
And it's going to be a big race here, and Sultana wins out. He kicks it up towards half forward, and it's going to go straight to the Cats player. Couldn't trap it though. Canolo gets it out to Morris. Hand passes it again out wide. Comes out to Aiden Muir. He goes long up towards full forward. It's a good-looking kick, just faded towards the end.
They're peppering it, the Sharks, but they're just rushing their kicks, and then, they're having a crack. I mean, those two, if they were 2 goals, that would have brought them right back into the
It's
contest.
that close to going through. It's the even 3-goal margin now. 14 minutes into the last quarter. Melton Toyota, Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard.
Nipper Wright's not injured. He's got cramp, and he's been trying to stretch that cramp out for a little while.
He's cramping up in the third quarter.
Brings the ball back out. Chambers in front. Can't take the mark. Summerfield. He's had his jumper tugged. Chambers takes him to ground. Ball rolls out of bounds. And we'll have another throw in as Casey. Here he goes again. He knows how to wind him up.
Yeah.
And then he will run away and win the football. Because that's what he does. Chambers and Summerfield going head to head. Whereas the ball will come back in now. Rucks will go at it. Waters just belts it forward. McConnell leads in the race up against Swallow, wins the football, tries a scrubber kick out of that pack. Muir at the bottom of the pack, he's wrapped up by McConnell, and we'll have a bounce right on centre wing on the RDFL logo with 14 and a half minutes gone. Macedon by 18 points.
They'll be safe now.
Oh yeah, they're home now.
Rucks go at it again. Waters can't win this one down. Ball on the deck. Players just diving in all over the place. Muir, Lockie gets a left foot kick inside forward 50. Beaton comes up, just smashes the man in front of him. Melitech does well. Feeds the ball over the top to Al Collins. He runs into a teammate as the ball goes out of bounds. That was Zach Smedley. And we're going to have a throw in 55 metres around.
You can tell in the chase that the Rupo are putting on now. The chasers are really have dropped right off. This is a brave effort because Dean Putt is going to try and come back on, and fair dinkum, he needs crutches nearly.
He does. He's hobbling. Something shocking, and the ball thrown in between wing and half forward for the Sharks. Tommy Waters gets the tap. He's been fantastic all day. Comes out the back towards Swallow. Goes back to drag it in. Players dive on top of him, and the ball will be brought up yet again. 70 metres out from Rupo's goal. 15 and a half minutes gone. The Cats by 18 points in the 2017 Grand Final.
Yeah, Sharks need one here quickly. They're going to get a free
here's
kick.
A chance.
Aiden Muir's going to get the free kick from the stoppage.
And they need to get it. Talk about bleeding understatement. They need a goal.
Handball, Swallow goes to Morris. Dave Morris now is going to wind up, put a right foot kick inside forward 50.
Waters.
There is nobody there, and Burgess just cuts it off. He will try and reset now. The Cats will look to keep taking time off.
They're going to switch it, looking out to McConnell.
Yeah, Burgess goes long. He's got Clough on. Clough takes the mark. Well done. Canolo put him under pressure. Clough steps around him, gets a right foot kick up towards half forward. Young fella has to go. Hetherington can't take the mark. Ball on the deck. Muir feeds the ball out to Hetherington, tries to burst through. Handball out to Caldone. He looks inboard. Jason Cook cuts it off.
Yes, good intercept mark by Cook. He's had a quiet day. for the Cats.
It's like Ripper. I've got the mindset at the moment. We've given it everything we got, and we keep
Yep.
hitting this Macedon brick wall.
Yep.
You know, we can't do this.
Cook kicks it out wide, and Markworth used his body well to take the mark. Chips it up further still to Christensen.
Jeez,
He
he's
takes
been
a
good,
strong
hasn't he?
mark with the glove. The man with the glove. He's between wing and half forward.
Contention for the VCFL medal.
Yeah, definitely. When the game was up for grabs, that's a bad kick on that occasion, straight
He
to
just took a
Swallow.
horrible kick.
He's got the tape hanging off his shoulder. He's given it his all today. That's a good kick to Sultana. Can they just get something going? A bit of run and carry. There's a grand final and premiership on the line here for the Sharks. Sultana kicks out wide. It's a neat little kick. And here's a bit of overlap run. Chambers in the centre square just bombs away. He goes to Part. He's going to mark it. Does he know he dropped it on the ground level? It's Podolzak Todd. He's going to run into an open goal. He's got it. 12 points the margin. Todd Podolzak.
We played what?
They're calling for touch. There's a conference here.
No, the goal umpire will pay the goal. We
I
got
think
no
they
video
paid a
replay.
goal. There's a conference of boundary umpires getting involved. What are they going to call? This is massive.
Geez, Putty can't even get up by himself. I mean, he is
There's
absolutely
two players down,
shot.
one for either side. This is a big chat. What's the call going
Goal.
to be?
It's a goal.
It's a goal. They're going nuts behind the goals there. Todd Podolzak gets his second. And the Sharks, they move on to 10-7, 67, Macedon 11-13, 79. Macedon Rangers Glass Melton Toyota scoreboard.
Only 2 goals in it.
We called it early in the week. A 70% fit Dean Putt down forward's a dangerous player. We've got a 10% Dean Putt down at full forward at
He's
the
still
moment.
dangerous.
He's now a hindrance.
But he still managed to bring the ball down to the ground.
He crashed the contest. The
2 goals the
Never had-
difference, exactly 2 goals. The ball in the middle of the ground. Dan Markworth wrapped up quickly.
And of course, 18 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. This is an absolute cracker, in for a grandstand finish.
Rucks go at it again. Halliwell and Waters. Waters wins it down. Summerfield
tackle.
taken high.
Summerfield.
He's
Who
going to get
else?
the free kick.
Yep.
Geez, he has been outstanding
He's
today.
got a man loose out here too.
Slow it
Henderson.
down now, wouldn't you?
You want to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
a contender for the VCFL medal? This is the man. Casey Summerfield, that's it, mate. Just get it long.
Ooh.
It's a tumble punt.
That's a
down
cramping
towards
kick.
half forward. McConnell, another man in the mix. Gets it towards full forward. Nipper right down there. It's Knox coming across, trying to get it out towards Hetherington. McConnell takes him off the footy. Christensen just tries to handball underneath. It's off the leg of
They're trying to
Shark.
claim one for out in the full.
And we're going to have a throw
I
in.
reckon we've got about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes, you reckon?
Gee,
21 and a half.
Yeah, they're only a couple of minutes away from their first
How many goals have we had this
41
quarter?
years,
Two.
the Cats.
Only a
Three
couple.
for the quarter.
Yep.
Rucks go at it again. Halliwell wins it down out towards Christensen. He's laid the tackle. Plenty of pressure down there. Knox feeds it out to Markworth. He's taken the ground and
Yep.
taken out of bounds, and we'll have another throw
They're
in.
safe.
This is what they need to do.
Yeah, there's
Just
12. There's what we've played 19 and a half minutes. There's only a couple of minutes to go.
At least the scoreboard's right this
chew
year.
up the seconds. The Cats, they got
That's
another ball in, right on 50 in their forward half. Rucks go up. Kilmartin got the tap, brought it to ground. Cook's in and under, scooping it out back to Kilmartin. They're just going to look for the boundary, and they find it yet
just
again.
Chewing
So
it up and chewing it up.
chewing it up there, edging ever closer to that drought-breaking premiership. The Cats.
Well, Jeff Andrews is going to replace Billy Barham as the last premiership coach for the Cats.
Yeah.
And,
First premiership since 1976
That's
going
it.
to the Cattery.
Rucks go at it again. Nipper right. Wouldn't this be a fairy tale finish? No, he's put it on to the left-hand side for a minor score.
Registered his number on the score on
Yeah.
his jumper.
That's right. So they're home now, 13 points.
It's turnover again out of defence. This is just now junk time footy going on here.
So Collins takes it, chips it up to St Forward, and it's a good mark there.
This is the most enjoyable 2 minutes of football the Cats will ever experience because they're home now.
They're home
so
and hosed.
it's time to enjoy it and make sure Nipper's out on the ground and all the players that have done all the hard yards are there to enjoy it when the siren goes off.
Exactly. So it's Knox to take it, centre half forward. He's just going to take as long as he likes now and go back and try and slot this through.
Won't make the distance. They get the big markers in the goal square.
That's right. Kilmartin, I saw run down there, and others. So he comes in now. He'll be kicking from about 50 out, but into a stiff breeze, as we know. In he comes. Ball is on its way.
Oh,
It looks
not a
like a
bad
good
effort.
kick. It's going to the right. Big pack fists it down, and it's going to bounce out close to the line. Cook's in there, bouncing off players holding the ball. So the Sharks will take it deep in defence.
Could only be no more than 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that's right. Ticking down the clock. The Sharks, they just need to barrel it down and try and get something, but it's all gone now.
Yeah, it's pat on the back time now.
So it's found Halliwell deep in defence. He chips out wider still. And here they go. They just try and launch something from half back. Over the top, Featon couldn't quite take it, gets it on the bounce. Hand passes back to Morris. High looping kick towards centre half forward. Canolo sitting under it, but Militek. How often has he done that this year?
He's inspected guys like Dustin Fletcher with those arms and 50
metre penalty, so that's killed it off.
Yeah.
We've gone 22 minutes, 13 points is the margin. And Seb Militek is getting taken to the middle of the ground.
And Putt's still limping.
Yeah, Putt's
he's
really
coming off.
in a lot of trouble.
Just gone 22 and a half nearly.
Massive effort by
Last
him.
quarter was only 23 minutes. We had 6 goals kicked in it.
Sib
So
Militek goes long inside
left.
forward 50. The players will fly. Ball hits the deck. Halliwell gets a clearing kick out towards the centre of the ground. Christensen will pick it up.
Oh, he's been
The
fantastic.
siren goes with the ball in his hand. That's a fitting finish.
He looks backwards to Burgess, Henderson.
His last game, Henderson.
Yep.
Segan,
There'll be a
Henderson.
few of the boys in their last games, I think. Nipper, maybe.
So just killing time, waiting for that siren, that beautiful sound for the Cats. It'll be.
Good time.
Jack
he
Mills
finds
has done
Mill.
the hard yards of the club for years, and
That's
now
right.
he's going to play in a premiership.
So Mills, he's got it right in front of our commentary position, just drives it long and high. There it is, the Cats have done it, the drought is broken. 41 years, and they've got the on the Riddle District Football League Premiership Cup.
And much deserved. They were the top team all year. They've been the dominant force in footy. And for them to win this premiership, it's just, I mean, the jubilation over there. There's stacks on the mill there, that's for sure. Someone could get squished in the bottom of that, but well done to the Macedon Footy Club. 41 years is a long time for a drought. They hadn't won a final even coming into this final series.
Both Rupertswood and the Macedon Football Clubs. Rupertswood boys, you were mighty players. You were absolutely fantastic. Every single one of you could hold your head high for a fantastic performance. You've won yourself plenty of fans. You've lost no guys on the biggest stage. Congratulations. Great stuff, boys. Great stuff. Macedon fans, 41 years is over. Macedon friends. Let's start our post-game presentations, folks, with the presentations of our medals to the umpires. Appreciation for the job well done by the District Football and Netball League. Present medals to the umpires for today's grand final is the President of the Riddle District Football and Netball League, Mr. Alan Ollie Matthews. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our umpires, our field umpires, Joel Wood, Brendan Taylor and Billy Mitchell. Our boundary umpires, Dave Edwards, Bailey Martin, Jordan Aythorn and Ray Dowell. And our goal umpires, Paul O'Connor and David Kelly. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the umpires. Today, the Hong delivering Williams, senior grand final. The umpires make their way across the stage. You tasked them with one final, but very, very important task. Before they left Thompson Park today, a decision on the player that will be awarded to Doug McIntyre as the best player on the ground in today's grand final. To present the medal today, please welcome to the stage Rob McIntyre. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Doug McIntyre medal as the best player on the ground in the 2017 Grand Final. From the Macedon Football Club, number 33, Errol McConnell. Best on-ground award from today's Grand Final, the WorkSafe AFL Victoria Country Medal, which is awarded by the members of the RDFNL to present the WorkSafe AFL Country Medal, RDFNL Vice President and Vice Member Stuart Brady. The winner of the WorkSafe AFL Victoria Country Medal from the Macedon Football Club, number 2, Casey Summerfield. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time I'd like to invite to stage the coach of the Rupertswood Football Club, Mr. Kevin Fitzgerald.
First of all, I'd like to thank our guys. Homegrown group that have done a hell of a lot of work and really deserve better. Beaten on the day by a better side. Congratulations to Macedon. I'm sure we'll be back for 10 years to come. So keep your heads up. Let's go.
Now time, ladies and gentlemen, for the presentation of the Premiership medals with victorious Macedon players. Present today's Premiership medals. Once again, the President of the Riddle District Football Netball League, the Alvin Holly Matthews. We start with the AFL Victoria Country medalist, number 2, Casey Summerfield. Number 4, Tom Waters. Number 6, the 2017 gold medalist, Jason Cook. Number 7, Zach Smedley. Jason! Number 8, Josh Clough. Number 9, Number 13, Alistair Collins. Number 15, Matt Dixon. Number 16, Jonathan Barnett. Number 22, Joy Number 25, Matt Knox. Number 27, Number 29, showcasing the game at the venue. What I know is gone on down there. The Rupertswood, the opposition coach say too much, but we have, I know I have always respected you as a club, and I like the way you go about it. I think, there's no doubt you're going to be a powerhouse, and in all honesty, it was good to play you guys today because you were the best out of us. To our supporters, volunteers, hard-working committee, everybody, 40 years to get along, this is fantastic for you. So I don't deserve it. Delivery solution to the state, presented to the flag. District Football Netball League Macedon.